Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to another live react, I guess. Yeah, we'll go with that. What's going on, everybody out there? How are we doing tonight? Lovely, lovely Saturday evening. Kick-ass music for the wait. Thank you. Well, you're very welcome. Those Dragon Ball metal covers are the shit. Did you see it in theaters? So good. Yeah. I went twice, actually. I'm on my iPad watching this. There you go. What's going on, guys? How are we doing out there? Oh, cute, indeed. I have Shelly here with me.
Hello, hello.
Staring at her phone.
Shut up.
What's going on, guys? Our girl looking like the moon emoji. I mean, she is large and in charge. Let's see. We got 545 watching out of the intro. Yow, and 119 likes.
That's not a Stephen Blackman approved ratio.
No, that don't math. We need to get that up to a St. Blackman approved ratio. Let me hit this one more time. Make sure you speed it up and the audio levels are good. And Shelly has the sass turned up to 11. Yeah, don't tell me what to do.
You're not my real dad.
You're not my dad. Okay, that being said, I will speed it up. Okay, guys, what's going on out there? How
Wait,
are...
I gotta do the drunken uncle. Ready? Okay.
That means I get to car crash you now.
Now I'm ready.
You've accepted the mantle of getting car crashed because you wanted to do that.
Yeah, I'm allowed to do that.
You guys rock? Hello? Yeah, I know. We're fucking dope. We're dope-ass people. Michael Weiner and April Laxon have become members. Thank you very much, guys. I appreciate that.
Yay.
And if you want to support the stream, you can do the super chats because I have them on this channel. And Streamlabs is preferable. Google doesn't get a 30% cut of that, but Streamlabs are still pretty dope, but everyone can judge you by your spelling mistakes. So be careful. Only I can judge you when it's a Streamlabs. Let's see. ALR is thunk, not thick. Yeah, she's a big old girl. Hit the like button. I hit the like button. Good. I'm pumped for this. Watching while I work out. These are fucking excellent workout motivational videos.
I bet.
Thack. Dang, it looks like a birthday gift. Thank you, Sinatra and Miss Sin.
Oh, well, you're welcome. Happy birthday.
Do you have a favorite Frank Sinatra album? Not really. I'm not your dad. I'm your superior. You're not my manager. Donkey. Cheers from Croatia. Holy shit. That's far. You're fucking quiet. Shut up. Canada here too. West Coast of Canada. Jeez. Books and Dogs became a middle-class member. Thank you.
That's
not smelling mistakes. Oh, smelling mistakes indeed. Yeah, Books and Dogs. It's great. Link to the intro song. Hold on. I don't remember it. With this?
No.
No, that's not it. I downloaded these songs forever and a half ago. Break the ice. Metal? Maybe? No, that's not it. You'll have to look it up. It's Break the Ice Metal. Dakota Keck has become a pleb. Thank you, Dakota. I appreciate that. Guys, if you're not familiar with the way things are run around here, before we do anything, I need everybody to put a 1 in the chat.
Oh, yeah.
Anna for 499. Hey, girls, drinking some wine and awaiting sassy commentary. Y'all are amazing. Thank you, Anna. I appreciate that. I have coffee.
I have White
Basic
Claw.
bitch.
Black Cherry White Claw.
The place at the corner has your Trulies now. I made them get it.
Did you?
Yeah.
Is it Black
They've
Cherry,
been,
though?
yeah, they've been sitting there.
Well,
I'm like,
why didn't you buy them?
because I'm not buying your shit.
Yes, you are. Go buy them right now. Right now.
I might fall asleep soon. You better fucking not. I like being a pleb. Well, you're good, Michael. I live 20 minutes away from ALR. No shit. Can you smell her from
Can
there?
you feel the ground shake?
Uno, one question mark, 1v1. Rust, bro. Let's go.
I see the ones in the chat, babe.
Do you?
I see them.
Wait, what did that say? I did nothing wrong. Oh, you're fine. You're fine. Wait, what? Dancer Gal? Thank you, Dancer Gal, for becoming a pleb. I appreciate that. I have 3 or 4 tiers of memberships. It's pleb, middle class, upper middle class, and high roller, I think.
Something like that?
Something like that. All right, let's get right to it.
So I have been told by several people to react to this video. I'm not a reaction channel, so that's why it looks like this. It is bad quality, etc, etc, but this video isn't really about, you know, my face or anything like that. It does look kind of pixelated, I feel like, but
it's not about her face, but she puts herself in 3/4 of the video.
It's more so about, what does Abby Sharp have to say? I've actually never watched any of her videos before. I really want to give this a chance. I get nervous, you know, reacting to people.
She's a dietitian who does YouTube.
Maybe she should watch her videos sometimes.
Yeah, probably wouldn't hurt.
When it comes to me, because they're very biased based on opinions they've heard about me and such. So I'm a little nervous going into this. It's titled Dietitian's Thoughts on AMBERLYNN Reid's Diet and Mukbangs. This might be hard to watch, but let's get into it.
Oh, this one's gonna be hard to watch.
Oh, Amber, come on.
Oof.
Hey everyone, I'm Abby Sharp. Welcome to Abby's Kitchen.
Hello.
In today's highly requested video, we will be reviewing AMBERLYNN Reid. Now, I've received so many requests from you guys to review AMBERLYNN since I began the series, but especially since I did my review on Nikocado Avocado. So,
you know you can talk, right? You have to go, oh boy.
Similar to Nick, whose review you can watch right here, AMBERLYNN's channel has been
Hold on a minute. Sorry, I was gonna prop her higher, but I think she's good.
Subject of a lot of hate, a lot of bullying, and a lot of controversy.
I'm glad she can admit that it is bullying. That's true.
Largely.
This is a very controversial take I have, but once you start paying taxes, you can't be bullied anymore. Like, once you have to start paying the federal government money, you're not allowed to be bullied. That's not a thing. You can't do it.
To her extreme weight gain and the inconsistent nature of her content.
Yes.
And while it has taken me a long time to figure out how to best approach this video, I want to say that I think I'm finally ready. So today we're going to be taking a look at the evolution of AMBERLYNN's channel and her corresponding weight gain, my thoughts on her problematic mukbang content, and some of the reasons why dieting might be failing AMBERLYNN's weight loss goals. We will also once again be joined by eating disorder dietitian Alessandra Magisano to gain a little bit more insight into some of these hot topics.
This is the real deal.
But of course, before we get started,
Maybe you should listen to her advice.
Take a drink every time Abby says triggering, or problematic.
Okay.
I don't want to do that with liquor.
Well, what are you going to drink? You got beer downstairs?
I don't think so.
Oh, well, I don't know what to tell you.
Then that's it.
You want a Truly? A White Claw?
No. You know what? Yeah, sure. I'll take a sodium drink.
I'll look for beer first.
All right.
Don't
Dakota Keck. Shelly's voice reminds me of Marissa Tomei and my cousin Vinny. Holy shit, it does.
Does it?
Yeah. You need a little more yeah in it, but yeah.
Accent, right?
Boston, yeah. I think they're Boston, right? Boston. Bullied. When I first heard her say bullying, I had to listen to it 3 times in a row because I would have put fucking money down that she was saying bullying. And she doesn't say ing anything, but she was saying bullying. It maybe was just the video. I don't know. But I could have swore to fucking God she said bullying. I take a drink every time Amber blames food for her problems. Oh, jeez. You trying to get me killed? I eat almost nothing, and I feel content with 1 to 2 small meals a day. I've been doing that, too. I've been eating, instead of 3 pretty big meals, I eat 2 moderately sized ones. And it's working for me. Jersey? Yeah, it was for sure Jersey.
Find your beer.
Oh, nice. Wait, is this the one the dog tried to eat?
No, I threw those away.
Okay. I have coffee, beer, and water.
Yay. Okay.
Oh, and some people last time were confused about why somebody's name's at the bottom. You can become stream boss through Streamlabs donations only, not super chats. You can become stream boss and your name gets down there and the health is tallied or mathematized by how much money you pay, how much HP they have left. It takes out X amount per dollar. That's what that is.
Quick disclaimers. Number one, the information in this video is for entertainment and educational purposes only, so you should always speak to a healthcare provider about your unique healthcare needs. Two.
Oh yeah, today is Amber's birthday.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, she's probably watching. So if you're out there, Amber, happy birthday.
This video is not intended to diagnose or pathologize AMBERLYNN. The intention of this video is to simply discuss.
That goth bitch said your chick sounds hot. She is.
Oh, thanks.
The themes on her channel in an educational and compassionate format. 3, don't forget to please be kind in the comments, both here and on AMBERLYNN's channel. 4, a trigger warning that some graphics and discussions may be disturbing to some of my viewers. Particularly those.
What bugs me is she acts like she is the only person who ever gets shit on the internet.com.
Right.
Who may have battled or are battling disordered eating. So of course, feel free to skip.
And if you guys catch me like nervous laughing, I do apologize. Sometimes I do that and it makes me feel like I'm being inconsiderate, but that's like not the case. I just get like nervous laughter. Okay.
Video if that sounds like it could be you. And finally, do not forget to subscribe to this channel and ring that little bell so that you never miss out. Okay, so for those of you who are unfamiliar with AMBERLYNN Reid, she initially started her YouTube channel back in 2013 to document her weight loss journey. At the time, she was around 368 pounds. However, since starting her channel, she continued to steadily gain up to about 200 pounds and reached her highest weight in January 2020 at 572 pounds. Now, despite trialing a variety of different populations...
I need about 350.
Oh, shit. Okay, let me... What's that? There we go. Snubs for about Tree Fitty said, can't stay for the stream. Have a good New Year. Party hard. Thank you, Snubs. You do the same, buddy. I have a feeling she is much bigger than 570. If I had a guess, being conservative, 6'15", maybe.
Weight loss.
That's not when I reached it. It's just I made a video called 572 pounds because like I wanted you guys to know like my highest weight. I forget what the video was about exactly, but yeah, I reached 572 I think in 2018, late 2018, something like that.
During this time, viewers have questioned Amber's authenticity and commitment to her weight loss journey as she continues to steadily gain weight despite repeated efforts to improve her diet and start fresh tomorrow. Now, in addition to her weight...
Literally, if I wrote an autobiography, it would be called Starting Fresh Tomorrow because I feel like that's me. It's such a bad habit. I hate it.
Journey. AMBERLYNN...
But if you know it's an issue...
How about actually starting fresh tomorrow?
Okay.
Is also known for her mukbang videos, which have really generated a lot of negative feedback. Critics of AMBERLYNN...
I'm gonna be honest right here about mukbangs. I feel like they're just...
Mukbang.
She just does them to get money. Like, that's it.
It's so easy to do because it's like, I'm gonna be eating the food
thing.
anyway.
It's a fetish thing.
It is.
She needs to do it on OnlyFans. Nobody wants to see
I can sit down, you know, make my video, which is my job.
Okay, I'm gonna put this up on screen here, and I want you to... There you go. Okay, cool.
What's this?
So, Mook Bong. That's how she says it, right?
You forgot the N.
She didn't say it. She go bong.
Bong.
I guess we I do it. Yeah, there we go. Mook Bong. Here's how it's actually spelled.
Well, you know, nobody said she was that bright, honey.
But how would you pronounce that?
Mukbang?
Yeah, that's what I thought it was. But then she said mukbang. I'm like, fuck, am I saying it wrong?
Probably not. She's the queen of saying things wrong, no?
Discard. Cool. There's nothing fresh about AMBERLYNN. No.
Job, get my income.
Thank you.
I can just, you know, enjoy my meal with you guys. So it's like mukbangs are just so easy to do, and I think that's why.
Oh, super chats do hurt the stream boss. I didn't know that.
I got caught up in it for so long. And I still really do like mukbangs. That's just me being honest.
Quick to point out some of the contradictions of someone in a larger body seeking weight loss who is simultaneously participating in a trend that encourages eating large volumes of food in one sitting.
Okay, so when...
Man, I just caught it. There were comments in the chat, but I couldn't hear it. I just caught the fact she's hard.
I make my mukbangs. I don't purposely like eat a lot of food. When I do mukbangs, that is literally the meal that I would be eating. I have never binged in a mukbang before. I think one of the first mukbangs I ever made, which was 2015, 2016, I did eat more than I wanted to because I thought that was like the point of a mukbang. But ever since that point, that was strictly just me eating what I would have even off camera.
Which is like
a whole rotisserie chicken
to a normal person. So
yeah, a half a pizza, a whole rotisserie chicken, whatever the fuck those cucumber boats were. That's what you eat normally. Holy shit!
This is accurate. A food prostitute.
Oh, goddamn! Where's my belt?
From Eric.
I've never purposely been like, oh my god, I need to like get a lot of food and like make this seem super extra. Like even when I did the rotisserie chicken video, if you actually watch it straight through, I ate pretty much a normal portion of it.
Yeah, no, you ate half that bitch.
I just wanted to seem really extra with like the actual big rotisserie chicken. I noticed with a lot of other mukbangers, they eat so much food. Like just because they're skinny doesn't mean that's healthy.
Why are you comparing yourself to other YouTubers? You would get you would get so triggered if we were like, well, these skinny YouTubers eat a lot more. How come they're not fat? I said the same exact thing she just said, differently.
Yes.
And it changed the entire context of it.
Mm-hmm.
So why can they eat all that and not get to 600 pounds?
Because
I'm doing that thing where my palms are up and I'm like, meh.
It's not every time they eat.
Black Swan, you both are great. Thank you for the stream. Thank you for the 350. I appreciate that. April Laxon for 5. There's absolutely zero chance she's less than 600 pounds. She gained so much weight since I started watching her 4 years ago. For sure. Thank you
I've
for
never
the
like went out of
5 and 350 respectively.
my way to do that.
So this begs the question, are mukbangs okay, acceptable, and fun to watch when the YouTuber is generally thin, healthy, or fit?
No, they're never fun to watch.
And
it's
are they
disgusting. Stop it. Everybody just stop it.
I don't want to watch them.
Disturbing and problematic.
There's only one type of video where mouth noises are okay, and it's not.
That's not
superpowers, being honest. I'll eat your ass.
In question.
I feel like I've paused so much. Sorry, I will let her talk. I promise. I just feel like I have so much to say. Her mentioning that reminds me, there is a mukbanger who clearly has an eating disorder. They have talked about it before. They talk about how they binge eat. They talk about how they have binge eating disorder, but people still love them because they're skinny. They still allow it because they're skinny, but it's like this person is...
Stop. No, stop. Just stop. Stop talking about how other YouTubers do this and do that.
Welcome to the end of your life, and I promise it's going to hurt.
Loving these collab reacts. Please keep doing these. There are a lot of folks that enjoy them.
Hey, we're doing the damn thing, Michael. Thank you. I appreciate the 25. Hyman Lyman has become a pleb. Thank you, Hyman Lyman. You led the hype train the other night too, you madman. Shit, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, it doesn't matter what other YouTubers do. We're not talking about other YouTubers. We're talking about AMBERLYNN REID.
Binging on camera, but it's like, okay. But then when I have like a healthy meal, because I have done healthy mukbangs before, people are like irate. So it's like, it's a little confusing.
This might be nitpicky, but I don't think anybody is getting irate over AMBERLYNN eating healthy.
It really is.
She takes the
We're going
comments
to be diving
personally.
deeper into these questions later on in the video, so definitely be sure to stick around for that. Now, with all of that said, many of AMBERLYNN's viewers have repeatedly expressed concern about her size and the implications that this may have on her health and well-being. Now, I can understand this concern, as we do know that obesity, specifically higher amounts of body fat, may put one at a greater risk of a number of chronic diseases, including cancer. Unfortunately, AMBERLYNN did recently share that she was diagnosed with stage 1 endometrial cancer, which is a cancer...
What was that? Hold up.
She rolled her eyes
Unfortunately,
and they got teary.
AMBERLYNN did recently share that she was diagnosed with stage 1 endometrial cancer.
Oh, I thought she was... Because I wasn't looking at the screen. I thought she took a deep breath.
Which is a cancer in the
Why?
lining of the uterus. Now, I will say that there are a number of risk factors for endometrial cancers, including age, genetics, and use of certain forms of contraceptives. But research does suggest that obese and overweight women with higher amounts of body fat are 2 to 4 times more likely to develop endometrial cancer. And extremely obese women are about 7 times more likely. One explanation for this...
Okay.
So she's getting upset, so she knows it's a problem.
Kyle said, I can hear your missus a lot better. Is she on your lap again? Wink. No, I got a new boom arm, and it's stretched across my desk. I think if these next couple of times we do these streams, if they turn a nice little profit, I think I'm going to buy her own mic. So
you don't like to share with me?
No, I want you sitting over there.
I want to be close to you, honey.
That's fine. You can be close to me, but no, that didn't mean scooch in.
Close, honey.
But I'd like to buy her her own mic, and I'll get a boom arm for her and do all that shit, but it'll be on that side of the desk.
I don't want to be over there. I want to be right here.
I want to be able to move my arm back without hitting you in the heart.
No, that's okay.
Scorpion System said, you guys had a fabulous Linmas, by the way. Before it goes away. Hope to be New Year. Wish you guys the absolute best. Love the vid. Creepson and Ladyson rocks. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. To what she was saying. She's about to start crying. Mike for Shelly 2021. That's the goal. She's going to start crying because she's talking about cancer. But you know, like, you had cancer. Why are you crying? You beat cancer. What's there to cry about?
She's not doing anything to stop herself from getting it again.
Yes, it's like, I know it's my fault, and it's hard because it's like I could have.
This is the manipulative shit. That's what this is.
Prevented this, and it's sad to know that food completely has ruined my life. And
who did it?
It's scary and it's dangerous.
Anybody but Amber. Anybody but Amber. Food did it. The audience did it. Her past trauma's done it. Everything except AMBERLYNN has done this to her.
And the feeling of it is unbelievably overwhelming. And
that's social distancing.
I regret so much. I really, truly do. And it's just, it is hard. It is so hard to have this food addiction and this binge disorder.
By the way, she was never actually diagnosed with food addiction or binge eating.
Sure not. She just assumes that's what her problem
She said somebody in high school diagnosed her with that before it was a recognized thing.
Oh, okay.
And then somebody from BetterHelp diagnosed her with it.
BetterHelp, yeah, there you go.
Yeah, BetterHelp is the shit. Don't taunt Mrs. Sin. It gives her power over you. Get him.
Yes, I agree. I have power over you.
Yeah.
Don't push me around, mister. I'll just get closer.
So hard. And it gave me cancer.
Like a Chinese finger trap.
That's crazy.
Excess fat tissue produces higher amounts of estrogen, which has been associated with not only endometrial cancer, but also breast and ovarian cancers. Another possible explanation is that individuals with higher body fat often have increased blood levels of insulin and insulin-like growth factor 1, which may promote the development of some cancers, including
Bless you,
endometrial
thank
cancer.
you.
But of course, I am not an oncologist.
No, she does not have the beatus, supposedly. But she has, she said it in one of her things, not high blood sugar, glucose maybe?
Yeah.
Whatever those things
the
are.
Beginning of the diabetes.
Bean for 10, one of my new favorite AMBERLYNN React channels. Keep up the good work. Love you guys.
Yay.
Love you too. Natalie said, in all honesty, I think 2021 could be the last year of her life. Her body's shutting down. I love you and the beautiful Mrs. Sin. I love gray cozy sweaters too.
Yay.
Happy New Year's from Ontario, Canada. Thank you, Leaf. I appreciate that.
Nor am I part of AMBERLYNN's healthcare team. So obviously I cannot speak to the root cause of AMBERLYNN's diagnosis. But what we can...
Hey, people in the chat said bless you.
Bless me.
Because I just sneeze. You don't
I don't bless you, unless you tell me to say it.
Say, just by looking at the research, is that there may
sneeze
be
all the
an
time.
association
I would just
between
die from
higher
saying
body fat
constantly.
and the development of some cancers. Now, with that said, since sharing her diagnosis, AMBERLYNN has also had a hysterectomy to surgically remove the uterus. So I do want to...
I got a full hysterectomy, so they removed... So crazy, oh my god. To think that food made it to where I can't even have a child.
Yeah, and well, first off...
full hysterectomy, wow.
First off, this might be a little mean, but AMBERLYNN would be a horrible mother.
Yeah, she won't even walk her dog, but still, that's
and
pretty fucking severe.
Second off, you're crying right now because of you had to have your entire reproductive system just taken out, and you've done nothing to change anything. Nothing at all.
I didn't know she was gonna bring out my cancer. I didn't. Like, it's okay, obviously, but like they removed uterus, tubes, ovaries, all of it. So,
of course, wish for a full and safe recovery and remission from her surgery and condition. Now, moving on to her diet, I do want to start by acknowledging that AMBERLYNN has shared that she suffers from binge eating disorder and overeating. As usual, it is
never diagnosed with it.
Not my place to speculate about whether or not this is true.
I will.
And like I said, I'm not here to diagnose or
I'm a
pathologize
speculative
rather,
motherfucker.
The purpose of this video is to review the content on.
I feel like I appreciate her because like she's an actual dietitian and she still doesn't.
You've gone to actual dietitians before. See, how long are we into this? 30 minutes?
Don't start yelling. Calm down. Calm your blood pressure.
It's yelling time.
Calm your blood pressure.
Like, want to say, oh yes, this is binge eating, or yes, like you overeat way too much. Like, and it's just so crazy to me to think like so many people in my comment section diagnose me or undiagnose me all the time, and they have like no right to do it. But she's like respecting me and doing it the right way, and really just being like unbiased about the whole situation.
The text box was still up, but no text was showing.
Okay.
They have as much of a right to diagnose you as BetterHelp does. I am as qualified as the average BetterHelp employee was.
Yeah, they're just people.
I'm just an asshole on the internet. Exactly who they were. Like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and diagnose her with anorexia. There it is.
There you go.
It's done. We're done here.
Channel at face value in a compassionate and educational format so as to discuss some reoccurring themes like dieting and emotional eating. With that said, I really can't confirm whether or not AMBERLYNN's What I Eat in a Day videos are an accurate representation of what she actually consumes in a day.
Every time I have ever made a What I Ate Today video, it has always been 100% truth.
No, it hasn't. Campari, sorry, I hope I'm saying that right. For 200 Norwegian crowns, I believe they're called. A Happy New Year to you both. It's a pity Tiir you're seeing, by the way. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Thank you for the 200 Norwegian crowns, whatever they are. Being for 5, surprised that the cancer wasn't a wake-up call for her. I don't know why I expected better.
You would think it would be.
If anything, you'd think that would be the thing. Can't, like, the diagnosis. Like, the bad ones are cancer and AIDS. Like, those are the wake-up calls.
Yeah.
Dark Resurrect for 5. Hold on.
Don't calm down. Have another Strunk on live stream so we can see who really cares for you by pressing F.
That's fair. Thank you, Dark Resurrect. Sinatra, you bitch about your dirtbag neighbor with this family, and now you're yelling at a computer at 8 p.m. on a Sunday. Pot me kettle. Shut up, loser.
Well, they're outside in the front yard, and we're inside the house with the windows closed.
And they moved, so fuck them and fuck him. It's probably the neighbor, too.
Whether it was a healthy one, like high, I'm on track, or whether
Thank
it
you,
was
Dark
a high,
Resurrect.
this is like exactly how I
Ian
eat when I'm
and
overeating. I've never
Campari. I hope I'm
done
saying that
false
right.
ones. They've all been true and accurate.
But we will talk more about binge eating disorder and dieting later on. For now, I do want to take a brief look at what AMBERLYNN's typical day of eating might look like at the time of filming this video, which, by the way, is subject to change by the time that it's live. Let's start with her breakfast, and a quick trigger warning. I'm going to be giving some suggestions on how to help optimize satiety for AMBERLYNN's weight loss goals. So if this is triggering for you, of course, feel free to skip this section of this video. So for breakfast on day one, we've got a
I don't get trigger warnings.
smoothie with Greek yogurt, some frozen berry.
Oh my god, when did she film this? Because I was living in my old home. That's so weird to see this. But this is when I was on track. I do remember this.
Like this is what Amber eats for breakfast, because that's a lie.
This was a video Amber made once.
Okay.
Because lifetime ago.
Yesterday we saw it was a plate of Mexican food.
AMBERLYNN shitty camera. Oh my god, these people are amazing.
I need about 350.
ALR would make a poor mother. She'd expect her kid to worship her. Dude, it'd be fucking terrible. It'd be terrible. Mudshark for about Tree Fit, he said, last year I had an experience at work where a coworker physically assaulted me for being fat. He didn't hit me, but he grabbed my love handles and ass while calling me fat and unhealthy.
Wow.
sorry to laugh about
Wow.
that. Do you think I have a right to call that fat phobic?
I
think you have a right to. I think you have a right to sit on him until he cries. Actually, if you are a fat guy, just sit on him. That's what I would do. I'm a big guy too. Let someone try that. Sinatra crew in chat, I'm going through some stuff lately and want to just mention I love you. Fatherhood and unemployment is a sad time. You'll get through it, Red Pen. I promise. I've been there. I've been right where you are. You'll get through it, buddy.
Because if you see me have a smoothie in the morning, especially if I'm making it, then that means, okay, AMBERLYNN's trying her thing, trying to eat better.
And some spinach. On day 2 is a bagel with some chicken breast.
Did she say bagel?
A bagel with chicken breast.
A bagel. She said bagel.
Okay, let's not talk about how people say words
And
when you
spinach.
say Milky Way.
On day 2 is a bagel with some
She says bagel.
chicken breast, cream cheese,
Love that
and
for me.
some Cheetos. And on day 3 is some pasta with onion, tomato,
That was
corn,
bomb.
pesto, butter,
excuse
and
me.
some sparkling lemonade.
Oh my God, you're so burpy.
It's just-
Stop.
Lindsay with an A. I love that name. No, Abby, you're going to cherry pick a few meals that are favorable to ALR so her viewers will come watch you. Ass Pats for all.
It's kind of what it seems like.
Oh, that's a good point.
It's kind of what it seems like.
I didn't think about that. That's a good point, Lindsay with an A. Landsy. Fake Gamer Cat, ALR playing victim pisses me off. I've dealt with the shit and ended up cutting. Never once did I blame anyone but myself because no one made me do it. I recognized that it was an unhealthy coping mechanism and got my ass better. No one made her eat. 1/2. Oh, 1 out of 2 probably.
Yeah, that's very true.
So AMBERLYNN has
Thank you.
previously said
And
that she
yes.
doesn't usually consume stereotypical breakfast.
And there's 2 out of 2. Only you can better yourself. It's hard, but it's worth it. It's been 6 years and I am clean and mentally doing much better. ALT, I think
R.
ALR, really just needs to get over herself. 2 out of 2.
That's
Thank
awesome.
you. I appreciate that. And I'm happy to hear it. I know you're doing okay. You're working hard to be where you're at. That's good.
Lunch and dinner meals.
Nope.
Instead, she will usually just eat whatever she feels like in the moment. Great. You know, I don't necessarily think that meals need to look a certain
Is it
way
true? Do I have to
based
burp
on the
you
time
like
of
a
day that they're
baby?
consumed.
No,
So
I'm
if
drinking
that's
beer.
something that
I
works for
gotta
her
be
and her
burpy.
palate,
You're
then
always
it works for
burpy.
me. With that said, I think there is some room for improvement
Burpy
here
is
to
easy.
maximize the nutrition of these meals, which would help keep AMBERLYNN feeling satisfied longer, potentially curb the desire to binge later on in the day, and boost the disease-fighting antioxidants in her diet for general longevity and health. So, for example, she could swap
If
the bag of
only she
Cheetos
took any
with
of
a
this
smoothie
advice.
from day 1 to pair with her bagel breakfast. And this would help cut back on some of the added salt.
See, like, it's so weird for me. When I make a smoothie, I think of, like, okay, this is, like, a full-fledged, this is a meal. I don't need anything else on the side with it. But apparently, I can have a bagel with it.
Find carbs while adding in a serving of fruit, veggies, and extra protein from the Greek yogurt. She could also choose a nice hearty whole grain bread instead of a bagel if she wants some
Love
days,
whole grain.
which provide a lot more satisfying fiber.
Yeah, whole grain's pretty good
protein,
for you.
And maybe some healthy fats to really
Whoops.
keep her energy levels more steady.
Your channel's inspired me to keep moving with mines. Thank you, Jab. Thank you, Jab.
Also, FYI,
Jab.
I have paused it so much. I'm so sorry, Abby. And I'm so sorry to my audience. Wow, I can't talk. Okay. So I do notice that, like, in the past, I would have a smoothie for a hot minute, like, every morning, but it would make me feel so dizzy. So I wonder if, like, that's kind of what she's talking about. Like, I need to have something on the side that is also substantial, I guess.
when I'm choosing a bread, I do like to look
she's
for the word
looking at
whole
this like,
grain
oh,
as the
she's
first
telling me to
it.
eat more food.
Yeah.
That's her.
Yeah, literally. I have to eat what I'm eating already
Oh,
on
so
top
eat
of more.
more.
Yeah.
list. And ideally, I'm looking for about 3 to 5 grams of fiber and 3 to 6 grams of protein per 2 slices. So that might be a good guideline for AMBERLYNN as well. Now, on day 3, I really like
I can't tell if Michael's just fucking with me or if he's being serious. A bagel is a non-kosher version of a bagel.
I don't think so, but it's funny.
The good bagels are Jew
because
fucking
it's
run
big.
places. There's a place in Crocker Park. I don't think it's Einstein Bros.
That have Jew bagels?
Yeah,
Is that what you're
it's a
telling me?
straight Jewish bagel place, and they have the best bagel. Whenever I have to go there for any reason, I'm always like, oh,
Let
I
me
have
get
to
one
go
of
get
them
a
Jew
dozen
bagels.
bagels. Bean for 5. I'm just gonna keep donating till my card declines. Let's see how long it takes. Don't do that, dude. Don't fucking spend all your
No,
money
don't do
here.
that.
Other people can spend their money here. You keep your money.
that she's got some veggies added to the pasta, but she could definitely shift the proportions, maybe by throwing in some zucchini noodles in with the regular pasta, or a few extra handfuls of frozen spinach.
I reported him for sexual harassment for not giving me a reach around at least.
Nice.
During his HR visit, he thought he was trying to encourage me to lose weight. My boss had a laugh, and I call him Chester the Molester now. And we'll deck him next time. See? That's how you do it, sir. That's how you handle it. They are.
Fantastic.
Michael, you know exactly where I'm talking about, too.
To up the fiber content and maybe also
Sorry.
add in some tofu or edamame as well.
Ooh, that's
especially
good.
because a 2015 meta-analysis found that soy
I'm not gonna
intake
tell her
was
bless you
associated
either.
with 20% lower endometrial cancer risk. She could also swap her pasta for like chickpea pasta because it's got about twice the protein and fiber on average as traditional pasta.
Fuck
But
is
I would say that,
chickpea
you know, just
pasta?
adding in
sounds
more
gross.
protein fiber to her breakfast meals would definitely help keep them a little bit more balanced and
Okay.
up their staying power to keep her feeling more satisfied until lunch. And we know also that a Mediterranean style diet rich in whole grains, fruits, and veggies is associated with lower risk of endometrial cancer. So just something to really keep in mind.
I appreciate her. I do. Don't get me wrong. But I hate that she keeps bringing up my cancer. I understand, like, this is
Well,
Well, you should be worried about it in the future. Just because you got your hysterectomy doesn't mean you aren't going to get other kinds of cancer.
well,
She's like, oh, I got it removed, so I don't have to worry about that anymore. I could just keep eating. Don't tell me what to do.
that's such a fucking dumb comment. Why did she keep bringing up my cancer? Bitch, you got cancer from eating too many Subway sandwiches. Holy shit. I love Subway, by the way, so it's not a knock on them. But you get the point.
all within a good heart. I can tell that she's a good person, to be honest. And I can tell that she really likes to help people. But as sad as this is, I'm very out of sight, out of mind. And that
Oh,
probably
by the way, Michael Weiner's the new stream boss.
Yay.
is 100% the reason why I am the way I am. The reason why I'm as big as I am is because I'm very out of sight, out of mind. And I hate thinking about
Would he look up at the air all day? What the fuck?
the fact that I had cancer. And I hope that I don't anymore.
She's forgetting about
Um,
cancer.
so
She's
it's like-
upset that she's bringing it up because she wants to pretend it didn't exist.
That's a very good point. She wants to pretend like the whole cancer thing never happened.
Mm-hmm.
Out of sight, out of mind. I don't have to worry about getting it again.
I try to never think about it. And the fact
You
Well,
should
you
think
should.
about it.
That should be at the forefront of your mind all day. All day. At the forefront of your mind that you ate yourself to the point where your uterus had to be taken out. If I were in her shoes, that would be all. That would be on my mind.
If I got
Anything I
cancer
can
from
fucking
smoking, I would quit. I wouldn't continue smoking. Like, oh well, I still have one lung left, so I'm gonna pretend it didn't happen.
Yeah,
You fucking
anything
stop
I
then.
could do, it would be like, okay, how do I make sure this doesn't happen again? Insanity. In fucking sanity.
fact that she keeps bringing it up, it's like, it almost feels like every time she talks about it, I'm like being smacked in the face. And I guess I kind of deserve it.
Uh-huh.
Let's take a look at lunch. Okay, so for lunch, day one, she's at a restaurant and she has some tilapia with cream sauce,
Ooh.
broccoli, and zucchini.
That
Looks
was
so
bomb.
good. Day two is just a Luna bar for lunch. And day three is a second bowl of that pasta she had on day one. Now, with
So
her
good.
lunch on day one, which is the fish and veggies from Ruby Tuesdays, which looks delicious.
I'm hungry.
AMBERLYNN also mentions that even though this meal was low calorie, it did help her feel full. And I'm really not surprised by this because if you guys remember my hunger crushing combo, we want to aim for a source of fat, protein, and fiber with our meals. So this meal in particular is getting protein from the shrimp and tilapia, fat from the cream sauce, and fiber from the veggies. So super satisfying, I'm sure. And I also love that this meal is not so
Yeah, why couldn't you keep eating like that then?
like overly restrictive. It's not like, you know, plain broiled fish and steamed or boiled vegetables. We're getting that cream sauce in there to make it a little bit more satisfying.
Something I've noticed about dietitians and nutritionists, they always want
I have a feeling this is going to be a super hot take.
More satisfying.
I bet.
something I've noticed about dietitians and nutritionists, they always want you to be moderate in what you eat.
It's kind of their job. They always tell me not to binge.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I got to hear that one more time.
Something I've noticed about dietitians and nutritionists, they always want you to be moderate in what you eat.
Let's see what she's gonna say now. There's gonna be a but.
I need a minute.
Calm down.
Dude, my wife had her gallbladder removed, and we changed our whole diet so it wouldn't have the same issue. You should be extra fucking worried about cancer. You idiot. Yeah, Dark Resurrect. Exactly. Okay, let's hear it one more time. Oh, wait. One more time.
Boiled vegetables. We're getting that cream sauce in there to make it a little bit more satisfying.
Something I've noticed about dietitians and nutritionists, they always want you to be moderate in what you eat. Like, they never want you to be super like, okay, just like a chicken breast with broccoli. Like,
no, that's a great meal, actually.
Right, but they know that you won't listen to just chicken breast and broccoli, so they're like, go ahead and have the cream sauce and make yourself happy and just calm down with all of the food. But she doesn't like that.
Like, they always want you to find some sort of balance, and I like that.
That really helps with reducing
Oh, she does
the
like that.
idea of
She
kind
just
of
doesn't want to hear it or follow the advice.
Yeah, she likes it a lot, and
It
it's
sounds really good.
It's a great plan until the time to do the plan, and
Oh my God, stop.
then it's time to do the plan, and then it's a terrible plan.
mental scarcity as well. On day 2, AMBERLYNN opts for a Luna
Do it
bar,
over
and
there or
while the
something
Luna bar is
in
a
my
great
face.
on-the-go
Sorry.
snack, it's just
See?
not likely
Be
going
over
to provide
there.
enough
No, you
fuel
turn
to
your
get
head
us
over
through
there.
to dinner. I mean,
She
literally,
right,
these
she
have
right.
less than 200 calories. The problem is, if we let ourselves get too hungry with low-calorie meals, we're more likely to overeat whatever we can get our hands on really quick.
Yep.
Or you could just not do that.
So even if she didn't have time for a formal sit-down meal, she could beef this up with like a handful of nuts, a hard-boiled egg, and a piece of toast.
She's a lesbian. She doesn't want a handful of nuts.
She's not a real lesbian.
Before I buy food, take a tip for this content. Thank you, Jeb.
Or some whole grain crackers, hummus, and cut up veggies. So I totally get that AMBERLYNN may be looking to choose really low-calorie meals in an effort to lose weight fast.
Yeah.
But choosing meals that are just inadequate is a setup for a binge. So we still want to think about getting enough calories, particularly from those hunger-crushing compounds, to get us to that next meal. And then as for day 3, AMBERLYNN has the same pasta that she had for breakfast. So again, we would want to maybe bump up the fiber and ideally get some plant-based protein into this meal to make it more filling and more antioxidant rich. And also,
Who is she
maybe
is
add a
back
little
for
bit more variety.
$3.99
So we could switch up the
Canadian.
veggies
Message
or serve it with like a green salad to get our
retracted.
veggie fix.
Okay, thank
Now
you.
let's talk about dinner. Okay, so for dinner on
Take
day
the
1, we've got
$3.99
4
though.
slices of bread with mayo, chicken.
You guys, I'm not lying. So good.
That looks
And it was
gross.
actually low calorie, but she's right, to be honest. I'm
That's-
very all about low calorie. Even if it's like,
That's a lot of bread for a single meal. That
Well,
is
it's 2 sandwiches. You eat 2 sandwiches.
yeah, not often. Not
Yeah.
anymore.
Well, if you were hungry, you would eat 2 sandwiches. But you wouldn't eat 100 things afterwards.
No. That would be it for the day for me.
not the right type of food for me.
And bacon. On day 2, it's some macaroni with buffalo chicken sausage and broccoli. And on day 3, it's a bowl of cereal, then another bowl of cereal, a few spring rolls, and then 6 Oreos.
Love that
so
for me.
again, we're seeing a
What?
She's still like showing the healthy foods that she ate on a diet day rather than not.
variety of different types of meals that don't necessarily fall into the standard dinner category, which is totally okay. And as you guys know, I am not into food rules, even ones that say you can't have cereal for dinner. I mean, like this video right now, if you love breakfast for dinner, or
I'm gonna like just assume, could be wrong, she's probably gonna say I should have chose a cereal that is like whole grain or like Special K type of cereal, something like that.
Brinner.
Yeah.
Because Captain Crunch is like literal vomit. So
It's
stop eating it.
It's literal sugar puffs.
Disgusting.
It's just because you have a
I
traumatic
have a
experience
trauma
with it.
with Captain Crunch.
But it's like Lucky Charms, Fruit Loops, any of those. Oh, hold up.
Thank you for all you do. Watching you these past few New Years has kept my mind at ease. Wish I could donate more. Have a fantastic new year, and hello, Miss Sin.
Hello.
Thank you, Ash. I appreciate the 777. The woo. Thank you very much. And if you guys are wondering how you get all these different types of things to pop up, click the description. There's a fucking million different things you could have pop up for different amounts of money. Anna for $4.99. How many times has she clogged the toilet from all those carbs? Hashtag drunk thoughts.
Let's not think about that, Anna.
I just I want to know. Does she have a sponge on a stick?
I don't.
Does she have a bidet?
I would hope she has a bidet. Everyone should have a bidet. If you don't, go buy one. They're really nice.
How does she stay clean? Like she has little tiny T-Rex arms. How does she get around that? Never mind.
She does.
Brinner, I guess, right? Yes, please. Yes, please.
Thank you, Anna and
so
Ash.
on day one, we've got those sandwiches with mayo, chicken, and bacon. I like that there's more protein in this meal, but we would definitely want to see some veggies or like a simple side salad, just like balance things out. I also think that maybe we could go for either the mayo or bacon, since there is already a lot of saturated fat in this meal. And that doesn't mean we need to skimp out on flavor or fat or even reduce the calories. We could totally swap the mayo for like avocado and the bacon for some flavored tempeh to boost up the plant-based protein. This is particularly of interest for AMBERLYNN because research suggests that higher saturated fat intakes are associated with increases in endometrial cancer risk by 6.
You know what's sad? During all those clips.
What's, you know what? I don't even want to interrupt her.
In endometrial cancer risk by 6.
You know what's sad? During all those clips that she's showing me, I had no idea I had cancer. I had no idea.
Well, yeah, that was long before, I believe. And second off, what's sad is she has a sponge on a stick named Becky. What's sad to me is that nothing has changed. Nothing at all. No difference at all. No change. We're going to keep eating the exact same way or worse than what got me to this point. This is DC Media Girl. Hey, for $9.99. Hey, Sinatra and Mrs. Sin, keep up the great work. Thank you, DC Media, and thank you for the shout out. I appreciate that.
Because those videos.
Bean said he can't do anymore. That's fine, Bean. I appreciate it. Nobody ever has to apologize for not being able to donate. If you can, that's great. If not, like the stream and share it out on your social media. That's fantastic too.
Those were before I was diagnosed.
To 80%. All right, so then on day two, we are seeing a little bit more balance. You know, we've got those carbs from the pasta, we've got some protein in the chicken sausage, and some veggies in the broccoli.
Good.
So again, I would probably shift the proportions just a little bit to see a little bit more green in there.
Right.
And again, maybe that chickpea pasta would be another easy swap. As for day three, obviously you don't.
I like how she watches
tell
this
you
like
that
she's listening.
Okay,
to
that's
the
background in her video. I'm like, somebody snow blowing
the
outside?
proportions just a little bit to see a little bit more green in there.
Right.
And again, maybe that chickpea pasta would be another easy swap. As for day three, obviously you don't need me to tell you that it's not a super nutritious meal with the Oreos and the spring rolls and 2 bowls of cereal for dinner. And AMBERLYNN herself actually mentions that this was a bad eating type of day, which resulted in a bit of a binge that occurred off camera. So saying that we need to boost.
But I thought we were honest about everything we ate. What happened to that?
It happened.
Natalie for $5 Canadian money said Becky helps her bathe. That's the closest to intimacy they have
That's
been.
exactly true.
I wonder how many toilets she's broke. Haha, same with furniture. Well, we know she's broken a few chairs and a couple couches. At least a couch.
Up the vegetables is kind of a moot point
Thank
here.
you.
But we'll be talking a lot
Leaf.
more about AMBERLYNN's emotional eating later on in the video.
Great.
But again, this may come down to a combination of physical
You don't have to
restriction
call every
and the
Canadian
experience
leaf,
of
no.
What?
You don't have to call all the Canadians leaves.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
They need to know their leaves.
Okay.
emotional scarcity. But stay tuned because we're going to talk a lot more about that. So in terms of my overall thoughts on AMBERLYNN's diet, at least based on what we're seeing in these 2020 What I Eat in a Day videos, her portion sizes are not particularly big. In fact, at times, they might just not be big enough. And that can set you up for a binge really quick.
But I feel like when she says that, it's not like she's saying, oh my god, you should have had more pasta. I feel like as a whole,
1,160 people watching and only 374 likes. Yeah, that don't math. Mark Brugerman for $5. Captain Crunch is delicious. Pineapple is the second best pizza topping after bacon.
You're only right about the second half of that.
I don't care for...
Pineapple bacon is great on pizza.
I don't
Captain
care
Crunch
for
is-
or mind pineapple on pizza. Captain Crunch is the best cereal. It is
Please don't talk about it.
fucking awful for you, but it is the best cereal.
It's not.
But if I'm going to eat a healthy cereal, I'm just not going to eat cereal.
All I like for cereal is honeycombs.
Honeycombs
That's it. I only eat honeycombs.
Tasty.
Fucking love them.
Wolfhorn, I eat a lot of steak and work out, mainly my upper body, but if I get a tiny bit of weight on my stomach, I freak out. I can't imagine being her size. Yeah, I know how you feel. I'm a gym rat too. I stay a little bigger because I don't like the
I don't want you to be skinny.
bodybuilder look. I just want to be able to move and lift heavy shit. But yeah, I get what you mean. Good lean meat, steaks, chicken breast, shit like that is fantastic for you.
when I'm trying to lose weight, I need more vegetables and I guess more protein, because those things are going to fill me up longer.
By the way, thank you, Mark and Wolf. I appreciate that.
Do you have some generally balanced meals to work with?
I'm learning.
There is, of course, some room for
Learning.
optimal
This is a new video here?
Amberlynn's meals,
Yeah.
particularly to ensure
Yeah, this came out a couple of days ago.
Okay,
that
maybe
she's
she's gonna listen.
satiated
Let's see. Let's find out.
and not setting herself up for a binge with inadequate calories at meal times, and also to make sure that she's getting in the antioxidants for cancer prevention. So, for example, adding
She rolls
in
her eyes
extra
when she
nutrition
talks about
from
cancer
protein,
prevention.
fiber.
Oh shit! That's a name I haven't seen in a long time.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas and keep the change. Yeah, filthy animal. Hello to the missus. And on ALR, that's a huge bitch.
Seeking Origin. How are you, dude? I haven't talked to you in, well, I know I talked to you semi-recently, but I haven't seen you around in forever. I hope things are well, man. Thank you for the 100. Can I get a big thank you out there to Seeking Origin, who is the new stream boss with 225,000 HP. Goddamn. Thank you so much, sir. I appreciate that. Dark Resurrect for 499 super chat. Shelly making you keep the dad bod. My wife is the same way.
Yes, dad bod only.
She didn't have to do much work.
Would help to make her meals more satiating,
Hey, say thank you.
Thank you.
keeping her blood sugar levels in check, and of course helping to keep her fuller for longer without adding in a ton of calories, which may potentially reduce the urge to binge later on in the day.
Wait, did
Also-
she say a couple of thousand calories?
Blood sugar levels in check, and of course helping to keep her fuller for longer without adding in a ton of calories, which may potentially reduce the urge to binge later on in the day. Also, focusing on lots of colorful fruits and vegetables, whole grains, beans, and soy protein may help to reduce her risk of future cancer. But again, these videos are just one piece of the puzzle and may not be an accurate representation of how AMBERLYNN eats off camera or during an actual binge.
I just want to bring this up. I guess something else that frustrates me is like, why is it okay for people to judge me, make fun of me, aka binge monster, and all these things, and invalidate the fact that, you know, I do have eating disorder, I do have food problems. But then if it's like a skinny person with these problems, people don't ever make fun of them. That's
I'm sure that they do.
Hey, yeah, they do.
I'm sure they do.
Nobody is making fun of you. She's well, nobody you're
what's
watching.
the super skinny girl that everybody makes videos about just like her?
Eugenia Cooney.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
It doesn't
same.
matter. If you
Bought
put
an
your shit on the
AR-15.
internet and you have issues, people are going to make fun of you.
If you have, if you want a couple of recommendations for good accessories, Seeking Origin, hit me up. I'll show you what I got. And no, Abby is not making fun of ALR. She's not.
She's saying in general.
something that I just like, I don't understand. It's not fair. It's very hypocritical. Anyways, just a thought I had in my head.
Now, one hot topic that I want to get into is mukbangs. And I've shared my thoughts on the mukbang trend, which you can watch right here. Actually, mukbangs on YouTube
She says it even weirder.
have now evolved from the Korean trend of eating a
More
modest amount of food in
Normal, though.
Yeah, there's like an L snuck in there. Listen.
mukbangs. And I've shared my thoughts on the mukbang trend,
He
which
tries
you
to
can
say
watch
it with
right
that
here. Actually,
Chinese
mukbangs
accent or
on
something?
YouTube
Yeah,
have now
Korean.
evolved from the Korean trend of eating a modest amount of food in front of an audience to simulate a social eating experience virtually, to now eating a
Look at her staring into the camera like, look, see, it's a good thing that I do this. Look, haters, I do this shit and it's good. Look at this
simulate a
dummy.
social eating experience virtually, to now eating a large quantity of food in a short period of time, aka the actual clinical definition of a binge.
But like I've said before, this is not me binging. I literally sit down with a normal meal that I would.
Remember when we looked at the sausage and potato one?
Yeah.
Did that look like a normal meal?
Not for a normal person, no.
Yeah.
eat. If you guys, I feel like I need
A
to
normal
film
person
another
watching
binge.
it is like,
So-
holy shit, that's a lot of food. Therefore, it's a mukbang.
Yeah.
Just you guys,
She's checking herself out. What? Did I miss it?
this is not
Yeah, that's what
me
she's
binging.
doing.
I literally
Did
sit
she
down
duck
with a
lips?
normal meal that I would eat. If you guys, I feel like I need to film another binge. So just you guys could see like education based and also like
It's
see
educational.
kind of what
I need to do a binge
wait a minute.
for education
Hold on.
purposes.
I don't know if I just zoned out or she just fucking said something really dumb.
I would eat. If you guys, I feel like I need to film another binge. So just you guys could see like education based and also like
What? Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, they're saying Shrimpgate in the chat. That's right. She ate an entire... You know those big fucking circle trays
no.
of shrimp?
No.
She ate the entire thing.
Those things are gross anyways.
Yeah, they're
Cold shrimp is awful.
you get that at like
Costco?
Costco. It's been sitting out for a day and a half. They're not super good to begin with.
God, I can't imagine how sick you'd be after eating that.
Oh, dear God.
like see kind of what I deal with. I need to film one of those so you guys can see like the difference because it's crazy different.
So obviously, to the average viewer, AMBERLYNN's regular mukbang
I feel like I need to film another binge because bills are coming too.
Right.
Oh, God.
activity seems at odds with her weight loss goals.
I'm trying to get her to do another binge too because I got bills coming up too. But I'm not getting uterine cancer from it.
And this, of course, has led to a lot of online bullying, vicious diet trolling, and accusations that she isn't taking her health or weight loss seriously. With that said, AMBERLYNN has recently shared that she's actively trying to rebrand her channel without doing mukbangs, because even though these videos generate the most views
And money.
they also generate the
We
without
know.
doing mukbangs,
It's
because
feeder
even though
porn.
these
We
videos
know.
generate the most views,
And
She
money.
they
admits
also
it.
generate the most hate and scrutiny.
But I get hate no matter
Sounds
what.
a lot like what we
I love how she acts like she has no part in the fact that she gets so much hate. People just don't like me because I'm fat. No, people don't like you because they're a fucking asshole.
heard from Nick Ocado on his channels as well.
Nick Ocado gets a lot of hate.
That guy's absolutely retarded.
But he is, it's said before, it's an act. It's all an act. Well, let me pull this up.
I can't watch him either. I saw somebody made a video about him, and I watched like 5 minutes of it and was like, no more.
Yeah, The Right Opinion did like a fucking 4-hour video.
Oh, God. The guy's just disgusting.
Well, yeah, but look at those views. Holy shit.
Why are people watching it?
Look at those views. 1.3 million, 400,000, 400,000,
Why are
500,
people
900,
watching this?
700.
I don't understand.
Good, but look at that. 60, 63, 54,
Yeah, nobody likes it. They just
63.
watch it. Like, for hate? Or for...
21. But, that dude's got to get fucking paid. God damn, he's got to get paid. Holy shit. But no, I'm not doing videos on him because he's admitted before it's all an act, so I don't care.
Now, what I do want to point out, however, especially in contrast
600, the fucking, that's, oh my God.
to other infamous mukbangers like Nick,
I cannot get over it. 4 million views, 2 million. I didn't know he was this popular.
I don't know why.
Giant cheese stuffed Cheetos.
No.
Nick Avocado. Today we're going to be doing a step-by-step recipe for giant Cheetos. Now I've only done some.
But look
Please, no.
But this is what I want to look at.
Please,
43,000 upvotes. 43,000 likes. AMBERLYNN got 2.4 thousand likes.
Oh, yeah, because she's getting bullied.
38,000 dislikes.
Well, he's got
5,000.
like 2 million subs or something. He's got a lot of subs.
Yeah. But still, the ratio, it's still positive.
Right. Just...
is that the
These people
volume
make me
of
sick.
food in
Yeah.
AMBERLYNN's mukbangs pale in comparison to the norm. In fact, even though we are seeing some traditional mukbang foods like flaming Cheetos and various high-calorie, highly processed fast foods, we're also seeing a lot of less typically
Black Hebrew Israelite for 350. Happy New Year. I wonder how she wipes herself. Back to front, front to back. I suspect her toilet is a bathtub. That's a big bitch. Wolfhorn for 5. Her toilet must cower in fear when she comes in. No, not him. Oh, boy. I'm going to cry. He shits himself on purpose.
Oh.
Dedication to the act, man.
bingeable and more balanced meals like veggie stir fry, tuna and celery with rice cakes, veggie burgers, or some meatloaf served with some mac and cheese.
The struggle breathing. Wasn't it like in a one of her last Vlogmases, she's like, I don't breathe heavy. I'm just smiling with air.
What?
I smile with air. I go, but here we are, not smiling.
Yes.
And these meals are often even accompanied by a side of veggies or sliced fruit.
And I was still getting hate, you guys. One time I ate cherries as a mukbang, and I probably had maybe, God, I can't even remember. It's been a hot minute. 8 or 10 cherries, just like fresh cherries from the produce aisle. Hate, all over the place.
Yeah, nothing to do with you as a person, right?
Let's be
don't
real.
read the comments
Doesn't
if
really
you're that
satisfy
bothered.
Yeah,
Or turn off comments.
no, we don't want her to do that.
Well, no, she wouldn't because it's the attention that she needs. But if it bothered her that much, she would.
Yeah, if she
wants the attention, she wants the sympathy for the mean comments. That's why she highlights them.
I will say that's at least last time I looked at Foodie Beauty's channel, she just shuts off the comments because she can't handle it.
I mean, if it really is that affecting your life that much, then don't look at it.
Viewers' desire to live vicariously through a YouTuber's epic cheat meal. So AMBERLYNN's mukbangs are, dare I say, healthier than most YouTubers' all-in 10,000 calorie challenges.
Yes.
If you can,
But why is it okay
No.
It's not okay for them to do it either.
She had a whole fucking rotisserie chicken.
for people to do 10,000 calorie challenges? I
It's
could
not.
never. Oh my God.
It's not
Ugh.
okay for any of you guys
I eat
to
an
do it.
apple on camera and people freak out.
the comment sections of her mukbangs compared to many others, like, let's say, Always Hungry,
Who's
AMBERLYNN
that?
bears the brunt of the disgust
Oh,
and
Lord.
hate. Let's
How can I copy them?
just
Right.
look at one of the most popular comments on AMBERLYNN's mukbang versus one from lifestyle YouTuber Always Hungry.
Oh, wow.
Both of these people
So I wanted to read you guys the comments because I didn't in the
Just
original
really affected
reaction.
by comments.
Some comments really get to her. Like the moon one, that one stuck with her. But this is where I think Abby Sharp is kind of dumb. Because you can cherry pick bad comments and supportive
Right.
comments.
Right.
So this entire bit of her video is fucking pointless. Amber is not a victim.
Because I guess I was too shocked. So the comments on mine are, I don't like eating with my fingers. Girl, I'm surprised you haven't eaten your fingers. Amber can delete comments, but she can never delete the fact that she has to wake up in a literal mattress-sized prison.
Oh.
You're so ugh.
That was a deep dig.
You're so pathetic. I can't imagine this actually being someone's life.
You know what, though? Honestly, she can't leave her house.
Well, okay, here's the difference. She films her entire life. This other person probably just films these videos.
Let's go look. Let's go look. Let's do
they're-
our own. Always Hungry.
Like, these people probably don't let people get into their personal lives so much to where they have reasons to dislike them.
196,000 views.
I'm like, nah, I gotta get up. But it feels like 6 a.m. But not this morning. With...
Her videos are more aesthetically pleasing than Amber's.
And I think I'll probably not let the camera run because...
Okay.
What is up?
Thanksgiving theme.
Mashed potatoes with the stuffing and eat that together. Let's see how this
Where's
is.
that accent? Who made her think it's okay to have ciabatta bread? But you know what? She is in shape. So she's going to eat all
probably
this
a nicer person.
and be in shape. And she seems nice. She's doing a video with her grandma.
Some
She got a scratch card right there. Hope you want
onions
a couple of
and
bucks.
celery and carrots over and then bake it.
Yeah, a healthy meal.
What is up, guys? You are...
A healthy meal. I don't even know. It's just greens.
She
Steaks.
probably works out. She probably does all kinds of stuff.
Taco Bell. Yeah, they're not the same.
Right.
In 5 years, you haven't lost a pound. You are eating yourself to death. There's no way someone her size isn't pre-diabetic or diabetic. Intuitive eating works for me. Who has the audacity to say that as a 500?
It's totally different. You put your whole life on the internet for people to scrutinize. These
Listen.
other channels don't.
Listen to that.
You haven't lost a pound. You are eating yourself to death. There's no way someone her size isn't pre-diabetic or diabetic. Intuitive eating works for me. Who has the audacity to say
Audacity.
The audacity. The audacity of this bitch.
that as a 500-pound person? So, then we have always hungry comments. and she's eating very bad foods in huge quantities. It says, love your videos and looks forward to your cheat days.
Punch the shit out of my microphone.
Girl, you're living it up and I'm here for it. Everything looks so delicious. The happy donut dance. I love seeing you happy while eating. Oh my God, this is the best donuts I've ever seen.
By the way, I would like to point out that these are all from 1 week ago. So these all got taken from one video. 3 months, 3 months, 7 months, 7 months, 7 months, 2 months.
Right.
So it's just hypocritical, and it doesn't matter what size you are, but eating huge amount of foods isn't healthy
She
either
feels
way.
like the only difference is that girl's skinny and I'm not, so they don't like me. That's not what it is.
That's it. Sarah for 5. The difference is the other girl isn't killing herself with food.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Just kind of
Thank
goes
you,
to
Sarah.
show that the skinnier you are and the more attractive you are, the more accepting it is
No.
to do really anything. Mukbangs are only...
No. No.
That other girl probably takes care of her health, and when it's not the 10-minute.
Let's go look at her
video
comments.
that's showing.
Let's go look at her comments. You struggle to eat a tiny bowl of granola and drink chocolate. You expect people to believe you eat 7,000 with ease.
Right,
Okay.
they think she's faking it.
It doesn't take this long to complete a protein shake. After 10 gulps, milk level still hasn't gone down. What? Read it. What? Just
You
don't
read
point.
it.
I don't know how you think videoing yourself slowly picking up the world's smallest bowl of granola and struggling is going to make people think, yep, I believe this woman eats 10 McDonald's in a day. Yeah, she doesn't get hate at all. No hate at all.
One example of this. Oh, wow.
Both of these people post about wanting to get or stay fit, but the primary difference is
So they're mad at the other girl because she's not overeating enough, and they're mad at you because you're eating too much. People on the internet just like to leave mean comments.
Well, no, I think that most of these are because they don't believe she is eating that.
Right, they don't believe her.
That's a pass, by the way.
Yeah.
that Lydia Adams from Always Hungry is
she's
already
pretty.
in a socially desirable body,
Nah.
and AMBERLYNN is not. So why does someone's body size influence our perception about whether or not mukbangs are acceptable?
Were you offended that she said you weren't socially desirable? Like you didn't know that already?
We're about to hear Amber go off about fat phobia and all this shit.
And why is eating any amount of food that is not
Go retrieve my violin.
You don't have a violin. Shut up.
Donate so I can buy a violin and play a sad song.
considered diet food not socially acceptable from somebody in a larger body? Here's the thing.
Why aren't the fucking shit, the frames on her wall straight?
I am by no means condoning mukbang videos.
Why is it bugging me?
Even the more modest versions on AMBERLYNN's channel.
That's a good question.
I honestly think that this is a really problematic YouTube
Because
trend
nothing in the house is straight.
It bounces around all the time.
that perpetuates a lot of disordered eating behaviors. But
Okay, I don't mean to interrupt her because she's on a roll and she's on a good roll. Love it. But I feel like mukbang
You love it, but you're going to take none of this.
should be okay if it's like an actual meal that you're going to sit down and eat. Not during a binge, not purposely binging for the camera, not purposely ordering 7 different meals from a restaurant. I feel like if it's a normal meal that you would eat, I feel like that should be okay for anybody.
these behaviors are unhealthy regardless of size. Repeatedly eating large amounts of highly processed foods in one
Sarah for 5 for your violin fund. Thank you. Notice how nobody said for Shelly's mic fund except the one guy?
Hey, I don't need a mic. I can just sit next
No,
to you.
you need a mic.
No.
sitting can lead to increased blood pressure and blood sugar, water retention,
Oh, yeah.
shifts in one's gut microflora,
Can you stop acting like you're made out of 450 pounds of water, Amber? It's just not the case.
and dysregulated
Got
mood.
who?
But it's very clear that the negative public perception of AMBERLYNN's content is unique because of her size.
Mhm.
And that's nothing new.
No.
Research suggests that society's negative attitudes towards obese people play a significant role in their psychological and their physical health. I get that a lot of people think that trolling an obese
Oh my God.
person about their weight or offering like aggressive dieting advice might motivate these individuals
It
to adopt
doesn't.
healthier behaviors. But
Why should I
statistically,
wear one earring?
Probably fell out.
the opposite is true. Research shows that the experience of weight stigma reduces exercise frequency and increases binge eating, unhealthy weight control behaviors, and binge eating disorder.
I have talked about this before, and
You're right.
I have said before that tough love does not work on me. If you're supportive,
Yeah, you need ass pads. We know. You filmed yourself calling a homeless shelter. You just do everything for attention. It's how you thrive.
positive and you're up.
My superpower is being honest. I'll eat your ass.
That's accurate.
She would definitely be a Munchausen's by proxy mom. That would be her 100%. Hyman Lyman, the picture frames aren't straight because she likes to, she has a lick her license. She'll get Belle talk about a talk box. What?
I have no idea.
I don't know what you said there, kid, but thank you. I'm sarcastic for 10. Just because ALR thinks there's hypocrisies with their mukbang videos doesn't mean her cancer is any less real. She cares more about other YouTubers than her failing health. That's a ding. That's a try-ding. I ate too much McDonald's once and ended up constipated for a few days. I've been there. I've been there. It either makes you shit your brains out or you can't poop for like a week. It's fucking terrible. Thank you. I'm sarcastic, Hyman Lyman and Wolfhorn. I appreciate that, guys.
Lifting, that is the type of energy that I thrive on as a person in any sort of way. And every time I sit here and I'm like, okay, I'm a YouTuber. Let's look at the comments. You know, that's important. I get this overwhelming sense to binge. It happens a lot.
Then maybe.
Don't look.
Just maybe. Don't look at the fucking comments.
And I have shared this before.
Hey.
And people always just say,
no, it's
stop
not.
blaming
You're pulling my
us.
headphone out.
Stop blaming us. That's just a way.
I gotta pause this.
Oh my God, you're fine.
Shelly fucked up.
You're making mine all crackly.
See, that's why you need to be over there.
You shush.
To invalidate true psychological damage that you guys are doing to me. And I know a lot of people can also say, get off of YouTube. Get off of YouTube. Why are you here?
Yes.
Why? Then she wouldn't make money for doing nothing.
Exactly. So she cannot get a real job in the day-to-day. She has ruined her body to the point where she cannot do physical work. I can't imagine what her skeletal structure looks like from the from the hip bone down, or not the hip bone, the pelvis down, because of all the cellulitis and stuff there. She has destroyed. She is immobile.
She gets paid a lot of money, and she saves
fucking lot of money.
None of it. She blows it all on clothes and food and earrings and dumb shit. If she lost her channel, she would be in a homeless shelter in 6 months.
Oh, I guarantee you she probably doesn't have 2 months of money saved up.
I doubt it.
I thought she was on your lap again. No, she's just sitting really close.
I'm just super close to be annoying.
Enough to mess with the fucking computer wires with her foot.
Well, how about don't have him on the floor, shut.
Here then, if it bothers you so bad. I feel like we need to focus on taking out the bad vibe people, taking out the bullying, instead of taking out the YouTuber who's literally just doing their job and doing something that they're passionate about.
In fact, one study on more than 24.
You can just block those people from your channel if you're that bothered.
She's just blaming the audience because it's it's a
easy cop
big non-specific thing that she can blame. That's all it is.
Yep.
400 overweight and obese women reported that 79% of participants coped with weight stigma by eating more food, and 75% of participants coped by refusing to change their diet. In addition, weight stigma can also cause psychological stress, which can increase the risk of depression, low self-esteem, and body dissatisfaction. So you can see how this experience may actually perpetuate some of these unhealthy, destructive behaviors. So are internet trolls the reason for AMBERLYNN's extreme weight gain?
I'm going to answer this. I'm going to answer this before she says anything. I don't know what she's going to say. I was 420 pounds at the age of 16, and I didn't really have like social media. You know, I had a MySpace and people were super sweet to me on there. So
it's not social media's fault, actually.
It will be. Wait, she'll get there.
What are you doing?
I am not this weight because of haters. I'm strictly this weight because of me. But I don't know if I'd be this big if it wasn't for YouTube. I know that
you're getting paid to eat from YouTube, and you know it, because when she talks about the mukbangs, you say, and the money, and I get more money. You're doing it for the money, Amber.
We were talking about this the other day. I think we were actually driving to go get food. And I said, would you, for like $300,000, would you be 600 pounds? No, not at all.
Chance.
Would still be fat for sure. But you know what? I really don't know.
started her journey online? Well, according to the research, and simply by looking
What
at
up,
the comment
Lamented
section
Guide?
of even just one of her videos, I would say that this is a real possibility.
Oh,
And
don't
considering
give
that
her an out,
AMBERLYNN's
lady.
weight gain and mukbang behavior has become so ingrained in her online identity, she might feel that it's understandably a really difficult pattern to break. Now, while my own personal and professional experiences see mukbangs as often really problematic, I'm also totally open to the possibility that they may play a therapeutic role for AMBERLYNN.
Mm-hmm.
In one of her videos, AMBERLYNN mentions that eating in front of the camera just actually increases her awareness around what she's eating and allows her to eat at a more slow pace and more mindful pace compared to how she might eat off camera, which is usually in front of the television.
This is another example of like, I wish I could show you, which I can, but I don't want people to like be like, oh, she's only doing it for the money or for the views or whatever. But when
All that shit. I muted through all of it.
Dummy.
But you have literally said that it's all for the money. You do it because it gets you more views, more money. If you don't get over 100,000 views in a week, you put some clickbaity horse shit up. It's what you do. It's literally what you do. Now I am. Now we're not on mute. You guys heard all that, right?
No, you're on mute, stupid.
No, pressing space on that mutes it. Lloyd Watson for fist bump. Thank you, sir.
when I eat by myself, I eat so fast.
You eat fast when you're not by yourself.
It's almost like 1 minute I have a whole plate, the next minute I'm like, did I just take my last bite? Like, what in the world? Mukbangs slow me down, and I'm more aware of what I'm doing.
Because of this, she states that she actually often ends up eating less on camera compared to when she's eating when nobody's watching.
Yeah.
And there's a few reasons why this might be. For one, it may be that her audience gives her a sense of accountability with her weight loss goals.
Yeah.
Now, accountability is an important element in a lot of weight loss programs and also in eating disorder recovery plans in an effort to maintain some structure around food and normal eating behaviors. In the context of disordered eating behaviors, which is what I would characterize some of the mukbang binging to simulate, the feeling of being watched by followers on YouTube is kind of similar to what might happen in real eating disorder recovery programs where meals are supervised by a member of your treatment team.
Like, yeah, I don't binge in front of people. That is something I do not do. And
But you do it in front of YouTube, thousands of people.
Hundreds of thousands of people, probably.
And you think that the people you know in your real life don't see your videos?
No, you know they do.
Right.
So you just say if you just...
Doesn't change anything.
If tomorrow she came out and said, you know what? I like being fat. I don't care. I like being fat. I like the money. I think a lot of people would go, all right.
Right.
The only person who has seen me binge is always the person I'm in a relationship. And even then, it's like very like humiliating. But I have never binged in front of a friend. I've never binged in front of a family member or just someone I know. It's never, ever, ever happened.
Okay.
I'm like 90% sure that's a straight up lie.
Well, her definition of binge and a normal person's definition of binge is probably very different.
Yeah, maybe.
They're
So it's like,
wow, Amber was really binging when we were over there today, right? And she's like, they didn't see me binge.
why would I do it on camera? You know?
We also know that most eating disorder behaviors happen in private. So
Yep.
it is statistically unlikely that she would invite us, the viewer, to witness an extreme binging episode. Now, the
Well, you did make a video about it. You had a planned binge for,
right.
what was it, Mother's Day?
other potential benefit of the mukbang format is that AMBERLYNN herself suggests that eating for the camera encourages her to eat more mindfully and slowly, both of which are healthy eating practices. So research suggests that eating slowly without distractions allows your body more time to release satiety hormones. In contrast, eating while distracted, like watching TV or on your phone, can lead to faster eating and eating past the point of fullness. In fact, one study found
Amber has literally said before, the quicker you eat, the more you can eat.
Ew.
So if she tries to agree with anything she's saying right now, she's a straight up lie.
that TV watching while eating increased food intake by up to 71%.
I'm always
Research
watching
has also
something.
shown that mindfulness can be a useful tool to reduce emotional eating.
Yeah, because you do fucking nothing.
And the frequency of binge eating episodes, both of which AMBERLYNN claims she struggles with. So one study found that obese women doing mindfulness exercises decreased their binge eating episodes from 4 times a week to 1 to 2 times a week. That is powerful stuff. So I can't say that mukbangs are a hindrance to
You just
AMBERLYNN's
smack yourself
weight
in the
loss
head.
efforts. And it's very possible that the blatant weight stigma and trolling in the comment sections of these videos play a larger role.
Yeah. I just hate blaming anyone other than myself, I guess.
Wait a minute.
Wow.
Hold up. I'll hold him up, Screw.
Yeah. I just hate blaming anyone other than myself, I guess.
But blaming food's okay.
I'm like rubbing my forehead. She literally made a video called "This is my body's fault." So literally everybody and everything except Amber is at fault. She didn't. Wow. Yep.
Oh boy.
I just can't. Lol. La. Oh my god. Bullshit. Wow. Bullshit. Oh, Jesus. I can't. I fucking can't.
But yeah, mukbangs are not what causes me to gain weight because, like I've said before, I never purposely go out of my way to eat.
You drive hours to a different city. Well, used to drive 2.5 hours to a different city to go out to eat.
Huge portion of food for a mukbang ever.
But is an online troll really the only cause of such a dramatic shift in weight over time? So I want to talk about some of the other potential contributing factors to AMBERLYNN's public weight gain. According to AMBERLYNN, she's been classified as overweight for as long as she can remember and was just 11 years old when she first went on a diet.
Yes.
So since then...
Can you tell Becky to stop microwaving shit while you're recording a video?
She says that weight loss is kind of on her mind 24/7.
It is.
And she really doesn't know what life is like without worrying about her weight.
Nope.
She even has a video where she lists 100 reasons why she wants to lose weight, which includes things like reducing her risk of disease, as well as engaging in seemingly normal experiences like dancing, traveling, and walking on the beach. So despite people's skepticism of AMBERLYNN, I think it's pretty clear that weight loss is something that she strongly desires, and she recognizes that her weight gain does have implications for her quality of life. So why is weight loss so hard for AMBERLYNN to achieve?
Oh, I'm starting to get emotional
according
again.
to the literature, it can be really challenging for a lot of people to achieve and maintain weight loss long term. Even the most liberal research tells us that most people who engage in intentional weight loss behaviors, on average, lose and maintain no more than 6 to 10% of their weight. So for someone who is
That doesn't seem right.
overweight or obese, they will likely remain in these categories after.
What was that
So for
source?
someone who is overweight or obese, they will likely remain in these categories after their maximum realistic amount of weight loss is achieved. We also know that there's a high rate of weight regain after a period of significant weight loss.
I hate hearing stuff like this because that's honestly reality. Is a lot of people gain their weight back. As you guys know, I was down almost 100 pounds just recently.
No, you weren't.
I'm trying my hardest not to be emotional, but I'm emotional lately. But I've gained about 40% of that back.
Oh, wow. So she's back up, supposedly back up to 560.
Wow.
In the span of a month.
Wow.
And maybe 50%, to be honest.
She could be over her highest. Almost half a ton. That's more. No, is it a ton or whatever? It's almost half a ton. Yeah, you're right. I'm wrong.
That's hard to wrap my head around. And it's like all these people I used to be really inspired by a few years ago, like Instagram weight loss people, they've now gained their weight back too.
X.
Not all of it, obviously, but it's like
Not all of it, obviously.
losing weight is so hard, but maintaining it is even harder, and that scares me for my future.
Also known as weight cycling. So one study found that individuals typically regain 30 to 35% of their weight a year later, and will often regain most of the weight or more within 5 years. This may be one reason why AMBERLYNN regained the weight that she lost, those 89 pounds, and continues to gain more. This is not to say that it's impossible to sustain long-term weight loss. You can find tons of examples of people who do it every day, and I do believe absolutely that it can be done. However, the data tells us that maintaining significant weight loss for over 5 years is more of an exception rather than the rule. With that said, obesity is a complex issue and cannot simply be resolved by eating less and exercising more. If it were that simple, we probably wouldn't be seeing AMBERLYNN going on a diet after a diet to lose weight only to regain it back. Oh,
Yeah, like all the comments in my comment section, like when they say, all you have to do is eat less and exercise, it's not that hard. I'm just like,
Yeah. Calories in, calories out. Pretty basic.
you've never experienced being in my shoes. You don't know
Yes, Amber. You are the one special fat person in the entire world. You are the one special person who will not lose weight by eating less calories. Just you. Just you. That's it. Nobody else.
psychologically what's going on.
It just doesn't work. People on the internet are mean to me. Ugh.
You just don't know. Obviously, you've never felt the way that I do. Because it's really not that easy to just choose an apple over a Snickers bar. And I always use that example because
It is. You go, that Snickers bar is probably not good for me. I'm going to have an apple. That
reality.
easy.
Right.
choosing an apple over a
Literally
Snickers bar
dying from
is
your weight, then yeah.
what I need to do 8 times out of 10, but it's what I don't do, you know?
So putting oneself on really restrictive diets in an effort to lose weight often sets one up for a future binge. And AMBERLYNN herself has confessed that stages of restriction and deprivation often trigger her to binge and overeat.
Yes, if I am restricted too hard, it just ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. I'm
Isn't.
not going to lose weight because I will and I do binge.
So you are just right now admitting that a diet will never work.
Right. She's never going to take it seriously.
A diet will never fucking work because it's restrictive. That's the fucking point.
There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
There are several ifs, ands, and buts about it.
And a lot of people want me to go on Dr. Now's like 1,200 calorie diet, and I'm just like, do you guys want me to lose weight, or do you want my eating disorder to get worse? I can't figure it out, because if I ever try to do 1,200 calories, I would probably get to 800 pounds, because
Do something that works for you. You don't have to do something that extreme, but at least do something.
She could probably do.
Trade out an apple a couple times a day. Something.
She could probably do 1,800 calories a day. That's a fucking lot, and still lose weight.
Yeah.
because I physically could not do it, because
No, you could. You just don't want to.
Binge eating disorder. I'm not.
No, you don't. You literally don't. You were diagnosed by somebody on better fucking help.
Like another normal person who, you know, loves to eat, so they're kind of overweight. No, something's not right up here.
This is why the new obesity guidelines suggest that rather than suggesting somebody just eat less to weigh less, it's more important to focus more on the root cause of an individual's weight gain and healthy.
Okay.
So maybe go to a therapist. You can afford it.
She can afford it several times over. She refuses to get any type of insurance. She just refuses to do it.
Well, she knows it's mental issues, so she should be seeking help if she was concerned. She's not concerned.
So why doesn't she, instead of sitting here, why didn't she take this whole thing, all of this, and just go to a therapist office with it?
Right.
Behaviors that they can actually sustain. Now, one of the many reasons why just eating less doesn't always work is that food is often used as an ineffective coping mechanism to soothe negative emotions. So AMBERLYNN's documentation of her emotional eating episodes are often peppered with depressive episodes and follow along the typical
Oh, hey, that's the
cycle
video.
of guilt.
Those delicious tamales. Funny she mentioned choosing Snickers over apples. Oh, absolutely.
Shame, regret,
Thank you,
and
Limited
fear
Guide.
of losing control. This is why one of the first steps to dealing with emotional eating is to help identify and differentiate physical and emotional hunger.
Yeah, I'm starting to get pissed off at the dietitian too. She's fucking dumb.
While working with your therapy team to really find other effective coping mechanisms to help manage those emotions. I talk about this in a lot more detail in my video on emotional eating, which you can watch right here. However, I just want to summarize the differences between emotional hunger and physical hunger.
Please
Physical
do.
hunger develops gradually, whereas emotional hunger comes on usually pretty
Suddenly.
or abruptly, often accompanied by some kind of really strong emotion. Emotional hunger often
so
also
true.
can drive you towards one specific food, whereas physical hunger often is a little bit more flexible and more open to what's available.
Wow, this is like making me realize that I only ever eat out of emotional hunger.
Okay, so get some emotional help.
Oh boy. Oh, come on.
Maybe this lady will open her
Often
eyes
has a
and
clear
she'll start
endpoint,
like
so
paying
you're
attention
usually able to experience the onset of fullness
something.
and take it as a cue to stop
Something
eating.
or other.
Whereas when you're eating out of emotional hunger, it's often more difficult to feel satisfied or full. And when you
Whoa.
don't, it often triggers further feelings of guilt and shame. Now, before we
Wow.
dive deeper into these topics with Alessandra, I want to talk about AMBERLYNN's current weight loss plan since reaching her highest weight of 572 pounds in January. So in an effort
Stop looking at yourself in the fucking camera.
to continue to lose weight,
That's pretty pathetic that I'm sitting here like, what is it? What diet plan am I doing right now? I've done so many. So it's like, which one am I doing?
and with the weight loss goal of 400 pounds,
Right, because you know you're not actually doing any of them.
Kyle said liposuction, get it all out in a day. They would never do that
Oh
for her.
no, yeah, they wouldn't.
No, she will just gain it all right back.
AMBERLYNN has flirted with Weight Watchers, Noom, and intuitive eating. But outside of diet attempts, her focus has been on curbing her binge
the
eating
lighting.
episodes.
Yeah, I thought my eyes were breaking for a second. Okay, that's weird.
Sorry, my light is literally flashing. I hate this light in here. We need to change it.
All of which have collectively helped her
So change it. What the fuck?
lose close to 90 pounds. Now, it's important to mention that for AMBERLYNN, these episodes are not just benign binges that can, easily be overcome and forgotten about at the next meal or snack. There can actually be a difference between a binge and what AMBERLYNN has been diagnosed with, which is binge eating disorder. So to dive more
And yes, when I went to the weight loss surgeon, and you guys know that whole thing, like I was fixing to literally get weight loss surgery, but it turns out my mental is not good enough
Your mental what?
for that, which I totally understand. When I saw the psychologist, he actually told me,
Oh, that
sounds
was
like I got
the
binge
one
eating
time
disorder. And
we
I've
saw
literally
a
been told that
psychologist.
by every single
It sounds like people have been telling you it sounds like you have it, but you haven't been actually diagnosed with it. A doctor won't give you weight loss surgery because you are a fucking terrible candidate. When he goes, "Hey, what was your most successful diet?" and you go, 4 days. He goes,
Right.
"What the fuck?"
single psychiatrist, psychologist, therapist, counselor I've ever seen. So
Yeah, but you've never stuck with it.
topics, I've once again invited my colleague, eating disorder dietitian Alessandra Magisano, to provide her insight and expertise on the subject. Thank you again for
She doesn't want to change. She just wants sympathy.
Yeah.
Where's my fucking bell?
joining me, Alessandra.
I'm nervous.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for having me. I'm so happy to be back.
So what is the difference between a binge and binge eating disorder?
Okay, so great question. The main difference between the two of them is essentially clinical criteria or diagnostic criteria. So a binge eating disorder is a mental health condition that can be technically diagnosed, and it follows very specific quantitative measurements. So things like eating a certain amount of food in a specific amount of time, generally larger than someone would eat comparably to you. And it also involves some qualitative measurements like feeling guilty, feeling uncomfortably full, eating
Watch this bar right here. The chat's not going to be able to see it, but you will.
Yeah.
when not
you start
hungry,
yelling.
things like that. But it's more quantitative in terms
What
of
about it?
Notice how it's only coming out of your fucking right earphone? This is her job. She's super professional. But
Oh.
she has it to the point where the right ear is so far more dominated over the left one with her audio. If I was making the amount of money she makes every month, I would have bought a studio.
That takes effort.
I know.
Recurring
buys
episodes of binge
food.
eating at least once a week, they say, in the past 3 months.
That's been bugging me this entire fucking video. I needed to say something. I'm sorry.
I do this. Oh my God, I'm gonna get emotional. As of lately, I do this every single night. Every single night.
Whereas a binge, first of all, could be on something other than food. And it's more subjective in nature. It can be more subjective. So someone can eat a cupcake and feel like it's a binge, and that is completely valid. So that's the main difference between them.
I eat a cupcake and I'm proud of myself. Because if I've only had one cupcake, I'm on the right track.
No. No. That's not how that works at all, period. That's not at all how that works.
Well,
You don't...
maybe if she only ate one of each of the things throughout the day, it would help her a lot. You can have one cupcake. You can have one bowl of cereal. Don't make it 5 or 6 or 7. One Snickers bar, not the whole box. Like have one. That's fine.
I could watch this by myself. I rage quit. I'm so glad you guys watch this. Thank you. I could not watch this. Thank you, T Overflow. I appreciate that.
Wow.
Hey.
Hey, what?
Want to grab me another beer?
Oh my God. Throw me 3 kisses for that.
You smudged my glasses.
That's what you get.
Right.
The dog wants in anyway.
Yeah, go get the doggo. All right, we're taking a little bit of a break chat while she does that. What's going on? How we doing? I'm talking to the chat. Period. Don't you mean point blank period? She does not get what's wrong. No, she knows what's wrong. It's the fact that she has... Okay. So if my math is right, and I could be wrong, and let's say I am 50% off, she gets paid about $20,000 a month from YouTube. She has all the resources in the world at her fingertips. She just refuses to do anything. Let's see, Eve. I don't have a webcam, so I cannot help you with that. Hi, Matt. Hello, Allison. She's a fraud, yes. How is the dog? Big. We're having a ball here? Yes. How is doggo? Big. Chemistry is here. Lovely. Yeah, because I actually enjoy my girlfriend. I enjoy her. She got cured by a YouTube dietitian. Dude, this bitch is dumb too. Abby Sharp's a fucking idiot. It's the mean comments doing it to her. No, it's Amber doing it to her. She was fat before YouTube. Her breathing is getting to me. She's a healthy at every size dietitian, gives ALR ass pats. Ah, okay. You would think an actual dietitian might be smart enough to know better, but when does Evie get a mic? After Shelly does.
Here.
Thank you. But yeah, if we can get a good couple of streams, a good profitable couple of streams, I'm going to get Shelly her own mic.
Just share yours.
Plug it into the XLR switchboard. I'm a clinical therapist. She has a lot of issues. At the least, narcissistic personality disorder, probably delusion disorder too.
Oh, yeah.
Delusional. Yeah, definitely. All right, let's continue. Thank you, by the way.
Can I just say I hate that nose ring
Wow.
that she wears?
Yeah.
I'm really messed up. I really, truly am.
Yeah, but you're not gonna.
She just got her clinical diagnosis from this lady.
You know what? She's gonna.
She just confirmed it.
Hold
It's
on,
real now.
Lancelot for 5. Hold up.
It sounds like this whole video is confirming her own biases and just nodding along like, yep, I have that.
It does. It's starting to seem that way for sure. Thank you, Lancelot.
Very similar, really almost identical. The only
Kim
difference
for
is
2,
one
thank you.
kind of is clinical and checks off boxes, and the other one can actually be more subjective and takes into consideration more qualitative components.
Amazing. Good to know.
You got some stands out there, babe.
I know, because I'm awesome and you're not.
All right, you want to stay in here and do this, or do you want to go sit in the hallway?
And regardless of diagnosis, what are some strategies to help kind of curb overeating and those binge cycles.
What up, Pincalo, new member?
The main number one strategy for both is meal regulation. So whenever someone is experiencing either overeating cycles or binge eating cycles, it is because of some element of what we call chaotic eating, or eating that either doesn't satisfy enough physically or emotionally or mentally. So we want to look at, it's widely known that binging comes from some element of restriction. That's thankfully now pretty well known. But there's this other component.
Which is true, because my binge eating got the worst after living in Virginia, where for a large portion of the time I was eating only like 900 calories because I didn't know anything about nutrition. I didn't know anything about calories. It was all new to me in the sense of knowledge. Although before that, you know, I did diet a lot, but it was always under someone else's supervision because like I was in foster care, whatever. But that was the first time I had to diet on my own and chose what I would eat, etc., etc. So I knew no knowledge. So I was eating like 900 calories a day, and that's how I lost 89 pounds. And
So do that again.
Oh,
You don't need the knowledge. Obviously, whatever you did worked. Do it again.
Yeah.
I would crazy binge to the point of like, I was like, wow, I've never ate this much before. And it was so uncontrollable.
But you lost 89 pounds, so it worked.
It scared me a lot of the time. And then I couldn't get a handle on it. And it was just like one day, that was that. And since that point, I went from 331 to 572.
Oof.
And now I'm sitting at 520s.
That's a straight up lie. That's a lie.
Wow.
Of mental restriction that is less often understood, and that's what I like to focus on with my clients as well, is this idea that your meal regulation is not just about going through the motions of eating enough food quantitatively, but it's also about feeling satisfied and feeling like it's enough, and fueling yourself often. And one of the biggest struggles that I see in my clients is they often ask me, okay, but I'm working on my overeating, but I feel like I'm eating more. You're telling me to eat too much. And that's the biggest struggle, because ultimately it feels like they're eating more when really we're taking away the binging and we're taking away maybe the grazing. And
She is breathing so fucking heavily. I can't not notice it now.
See, that's hard for me too, because it's like when I was doing Jenny Craig, which I haven't talked to you guys.
Yeah.
This is a headless body, and what is that one? A hand? They're strange looking.
Very, yeah.
grazing and
They don't really match.
See, that's hard for me too, because it's like when I was doing Jenny Craig, which I haven't talked to you guys about that whole thing, which I need to. Obviously I'm not doing Jenny Craig anymore. You had to eat breakfast, snack, lunch, snack, dinner, snack. And I was like, oh, this is perfect because I'm eating 6 times a day. But it's like all it ever made me do was think about food. And that was so unhealthy for me because I couldn't stop thinking about food. So it actually made me binge.
So Jenny Craig made you eat 6 times a day and it wasn't enough for you, so you binged. At what point do you go, I need to be in an inpatient facility?
Yeah, that's probably
because I physically cannot stop myself from eating.
I don't know.
Well, she needs a partner that cares about her health that will like put locks on the refrigerator.
No, Becky's a total enabler.
Right, exactly.
Away the mindless eating that they weren't even aware they were doing. So they don't really count that. But when I'm like, okay, for lunch, have a sandwich and some veggies and hummus and a piece of fruit, they're like, that's a lot of food. That's a lot of food. But it feels like it is because it's mindful, intentional. So that's really the main strategy when we want to curb is meal regulation and satisfaction.
Amazing. Great tips. And in your opinion, why do a lot of weight loss diets fail individuals who suffer from binge eating disorder?
Well, I think weight loss diets fail everybody. And I think in one way they really...
How was she out of breath?
I don't know.
That's insane.
Are unfair to people who suffer from binge eating disorder and,
it's a lot of
overeating,
weight
though,
for her
is
lungs
because
to
they're
lift
often,
every time she
again,
breathes.
there's a stigma of that binge eating and overeating is about eating too much, a loss of control, no willpower. So weight loss diets offer this wonderful
Now I
solution
hear you
to
breathing.
Kind of
Stop
fixate
breathing.
that, but it fails them ultimately because it's not about it's about deprivation. Again, not just physically, but mental deprivation. But it pulls on their heartstrings of you're not good enough. Like, you're just not doing it right. Like, if the diet didn't work, you eat too much. That's the problem. So it really is hard on them because they're disadvantaged in terms of the stigma of binge eating. And
both of these, everybody on screen right now, with the exception of me, everybody on screen right now is fucking dumb. Well, they just can't help it. They can't help it. It's just something they do. They have to make themselves think they're eating more. then they're just going to eat more. Look, I'm not a dietitian, so maybe I'm fucked up calling them wrong. But my average thinking brain goes, oh, you want to lose weight? Eat less. That's all there is to it. Not eat less and then eat a fuck ton and do nothing. Eat less.
Oh my God.
Eat less, move around a little bit, and eat a little bit less, move around a little bit more, eat a little bit less, move around a little bit more, eat a little bit more, move around a lot more. Like, it's very simple. Calories in, calories out is the most tried and true way to lose weight.
And overeating, for example.
So insightful. And is there often a focus on weight loss when treating people with binge eating disorders, or is this just like too triggering for the most part?
Definitely too triggering. It's very much counterindicated. So we would never focus on weight loss at all, at least at the beginning stages of treatment.
That's something that a lot of people don't realize. Every time someone tells me, go into inpatient care, you need to lose weight. First of all, no. Like, I'm not going to inpatient care. I will do outpatient, but I will not.
You just don't care enough.
Rachel Salt for $4.99 went to the same weight loss center as her. I didn't get the green light over mental issues. Went to therapy, improved, had surgery in July, lost 100 pounds.
Fantastic.
Good job, Rachel. Fucking incredible. But see, you put in the effort. That's all this takes is fucking effort. You did it.
Not do inpatient. The point of inpatient care is not to lose weight. It's to get help with your binge eating. And when you do that, when you get help with any eating disorder, this is just knowledge that I have from people that I know and, you know, looking into it, etc.
Emily St. Leaf for $5 said, ALR won't do inpatient because it probably reminds her of being in a foster home. An excuse, not an excuse, just an observation. She can afford help. It's maddening. She can afford a fucking personal chef. She just doesn't want to. She could afford to hire a maid. She doesn't want to.
They don't focus on weight loss.
Thank you.
So when people say that and they're like, in the same sentence talking about my weight loss, it's like...
But you know that you have a mental issue that's causing you to not lose weight. So why wouldn't you go to the place that focuses on the mental issue first?
That's a great point.
You guys don't know what you're saying, so it's hard for me to, you know, read comments like that, and it's also like triggering and stuff, but...
Oh, God.
Anyways.
It's triggering.
So just like how we would with someone who was suffering from anorexia or bulimia or any other type of eating disorder, weight loss cannot happen in recovery in terms of that can't be the focus of the goal, because often, remember, it's the symptom, right? Like wanting weight loss is a part of the symptom. It doesn't mean it can't happen or can't be addressed, but it needs to happen within the process in order.
Pinkalo said, I just ate an entire box of After Eight.
Do it. The tyrants did it. Hitler took the guns. Stalin took the guns. Mao took the guns. Fidel Castro took the guns. Hugo Chavez took the guns. And I'm here to tell you, 1776 will commence again if you try to take our firearms.
Then he rips off his
Just
shirt and he runs
cues I
away.
wanted to see this one play.
I love this one. Thank you, Ash. It's one of my favorites. My all-time favorite is the $200 one, because it's the coolest scene from Dragon Ball, I think.
No.
Short of the
My favorite
Broly
one is
movie.
the Matt Getz one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's my favorite one.
I don't know what After Eights are. Let me Google it here. After Eights.
Oh, mint candies?
Chocolate thin. Oh, you ate a whole box of those?
I want them.
Oh, you're gonna have the squirts, dude.
For it to work, otherwise it is too triggering and it gets in the way, because then it's...
Yeah, I love this because I've always thought of my weight as a symptom of something else, and it's most definitely a symptom of my binge eating, which then, in fact, in my opinion, is a symptom of something even higher.
Look at all the people in the chat going, Alex Jones. This is the first time they've seen it.
Yeah.
I have an entire
I'm so
library
happy
of
you guys
cool
like
shit
Alex
like that.
Jones.
It's like...
At fucking...
is based.
I have a ton of cool fucking donations like that.
It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot.
About, okay, but like the progress is about weight loss, which negates all the other indicators that we try and focus on when it comes to recovery.
And how...
I keep pausing it. I need to stop. This video is so long. I know that when I stop binging, I lose weight. Recently...
Okay, that you could have ended the video right there. That's a wrap. I stop binging, I lose weight. Boom.
When I was down, you know, almost 100 pounds, It's because I wasn't binging. I don't know what came over me. It happened maybe twice a week, which for me.
We want Millennial Millie too, that Millie Weaver.
Yeah, that's it. Remember I sent you that shirt that I want?
Yeah. Oh yeah, we met her at the.
Yeah,
she's a hot one.
she's very hot.
Is not that much because I binge.
Everyone's been so focused on hating Trump, Orange Man bad.
Howdy. Glad I was able to catch your stream after work. Have you thought about this New Year's resolution? Mine would be to start saving more money. I say as I send 15 smackers. Oh well, it's not the new year yet. Do look forward to more streams from you.
If I had, thank you, by the way. If I had to pick a New Year's resolution, it would be to save more money's a good one. I want to buy a house here soon. I would like to expand what I'm doing, and I wanted to put in a harass more. I think that's about it.
Oh, there you go.
That's mine. What's your? You have one?
I don't know.
Well, you have a business you're trying to build.
Yeah, I think I would hire some employees and build my business.
Perfect. I'm gonna try to do the same, actually.
I'm your employee. You're gonna pay me.
Well, we got to get you a mic and all that first. It has to be legit. I have to get you a mic, a little station, all that. Then you'll be potted up, and I'm gonna give you a $10.99.
Okay.
Every night. It's that simple. And with me only binging twice a week, I was able to lose weight, you know? That just comes with it. When I don't binge, I lose weight. When I binge, I maintain or gain.
With somebody, theoretically, with binge eating disorder, who is at a higher weight, is it possible for them to safely lose weight without feeling restricted? And how would that happen?
It is possible. The number one way it happens is time. It takes a long time, and you have to go through a process. So it's uncomfortable, but they have to go through a process of understanding where the binge eating came from to begin with. Because oftentimes what I find is when they start the process, it's like, okay, weight loss, that's what I don't feel comfortable with my body, I want to lose weight, and I hear them and I validate that.
I just realized there's a chick through a computer. And the farthest one away is the most annoying.
But once we go through the actual process of recovery and healing the relationship with food and therefore body, their idea of weight loss changes.
1,100 in chat and only 500 likes. What the fuck is wrong, people? That's a good question, guys. Smash that like button.
So it's not necessarily that they completely give it up or that we don't touch it again, but we change together the definition of that. We might focus on.
And I'm listening to everything she's saying, but my mind is also going at it too.
You're not listening.
I am not saying that weight loss is not something I need to do. I'm not saying that weight loss isn't important. It 1,000% is. I need to lose weight so I can live longer. That is 1,000% true. It is so.
You thought the cancer would have been.
Do you ever see any elderly obese people ever? Have you ever seen a 90-year-old person walking around big like that? It doesn't happen.
No, it doesn't. That's scary.
It is scary.
So much harder than me just counting calories or doing Jenny Craig or doing Weight Watchers. Like, there's more to it than this. And that's why it's just so hard for me when people are just like, looks like she quit another diet. Looks like she's not doing Jenny Craig anymore. And it's like, people make jokes.
I swear to God, she watches these videos.
Jokes about it. And it's like, you're making jokes about a psychological problem that I'm going through.
Okay.
But you put it on the internet, so that's what happens. Anybody who puts anything on the internet about anything is going to get made fun of.
That's a bingo.
And
took
for
the words right out of my
mouth. It's okay to do when it's about me, but if it was about anyone else, it's like, it's not okay to do. So it's a weird concept that bullying and making fun of someone's eating disorder is allowed under my channel.
Wait, what?
Bullying and making fun of someone's
anyone else except for her.
It's a weird concept that bullying and making fun of someone's eating disorder is allowed under my channel.
Under her channel. Not allowed on YouTube. Not allowed on the internet. Just not allowed on her channel.
Right.
It's whatever.
Because nobody else gets bullied, apparently.
Yeah, it's only Amber.
Because she doesn't look at any other parts of the internet, obviously. Everybody gets bullied for everything.
And which in fact makes it harder for me to get help and to love myself enough to want to get help, because I read these comments as a job.
When you don't love yourself, that's when you need the help.
I feel like it's important that I do read the comments here and there, and they make me feel unworthy and like I'm not good enough of good things, and it just puts me in a really dark hole. Really, it does.
Just laugh at them.
What does weight loss mean for you? What does health mean for you? Is it about a size? Oftentimes those kinds of things are what they would say at the beginning. It's about a jean size, or it's about looking a certain way in clothes. When you go through the process, the definition changes to something a little bit more holistic. And that's how it can safely be done, because then their mindset is shifted to something much healthier than just a body size alone. So it can be done safely. It just has to be done over time and with the right unpacking along the way.
And so could somebody with binge eating disorder ever get to the place of being able to eat intuitively?
Absolutely. I see it all the time. It's one of the most amazing things that can happen from binge eating disorder that is like pretty chaotic. In eating, you can go and eat really, really intuitively.
Emotional again, sorry.
Why are you crying?
Because she knows this. She knows what these people are telling her. She already knows it.
I am incredibly annoyed with this one.
Ultimately, it's a relationship that's broken, and we just have to heal it. And once your relationship with your body is healed and you practice, that's the other thing I tell my
So
clients.
she needs to make an appointment and pay this lady whatever her fee is for her online counseling sessions, because you know she's got them, and talk to her, because she's bringing something out in you, Amber. So do that. Get your emotional help.
I mean, she's breaking down in tears, sobbing about this, but she's got done with this and she didn't do anything. She didn't do anything.
No,
it's not perfect. You're going to have days where you don't eat intuitively because
I just want to be normal.
Timing. This is just a 1 hour video of ALR saying, "See, my overeating is justified." Yeah, pretty much. I just want to be normal. Okay, so what's stopping you from taking the first steps in that right direction?
I just want to be normal. I'm sorry, it's just some of the things she's saying. It's just like, I remember I was watching a video with I was gonna say with Becky. I was watching a video by myself, but Becky was in the room with me, and it was a Vlogmas video, and this girl, she was showing like what she was eating for dinner, and I was just like, that portion is so small.
It's probably a normal portion.
Yeah.
And I had to remind myself, it's not small, it's normal. And
yeah. Okay, so you see the issue.
I want to be normal. I want to be that person. And just knowing that I never will be is so...
But like this lady's just saying, you can. You can. It can happen. You can go from this to a healthy person. You just have to have the initiative to fix the mental issues that are stopping you.
You're rubbing your eyes.
It's so hard to wrap my head around. Like, I don't know anything different than what I know now and how I am now, and it's just really emotional for me.
She's not open to advice.
You know you need to eat, and you're maybe not really hungry, but you know you have to. That's not really intuitive, but it kind of is, because you know you need it in the bigger scheme of things. So these are the ways that we talk about intuitive eating. We make it practical, and absolutely anyone can eat.
Oh, it's been self-pity time for a while. We have been feeling bad for ourselves for a little bit now.
And do you see success with implementing like mindfulness strategies for people who have binge eating disorder, and like what would be the most effective?
Mindfulness is absolutely number one, very effective. And ultimately it's effective because it forces the client to be aware of the present moment, which is usually the opposite of what's happening when they're overeating or they're binge eating. Even if they're aware, some clients will say like, I'm pretty aware I'm binge eating. Even so, there's a disconnection with your body. So mindfulness kind of brings that all to the surface. So it's things like unpacking, your triggers, environmental triggers, figuring.
Like, speaking of triggers.
Oh my God, drink.
The video with me and Becky, we were in the car.
Oh, this one was bad. This video was very bad. So, here, scoot back a little bit. I'm going to try to give you a demonstration of what I saw. Some cord. All right, scoot back with me like we were sitting in a car. Come on.
Okay, we're sitting in a car.
Okay.
Here we go, guys. We're sitting in a car.
We're sitting in a car.
All right. You're driving? Or we're in England? I'm driving.
Yeah, you're driving. You're Becky, for the sake of this analogy. Amber had to sit like this in the front seat because she couldn't sit straight.
Not surprising.
And she's like all the way up here because she's got that shelf. And Becky said, I look like a big cherry. So Becky, quote, I look like a big cherry. And Amber's like, yeah, I look like a cherry? Big? It was so fucking awkward. But she's sitting like sideways in the car. It was bad.
Wow.
And we were just having a good time, you know. We were going to go see Christmas lights, and I'm doing Vlogmas. So I wanted to just vlog, you know, and see in the comments and talk about how big I am in the car.
All right, let me see if I can pull it up, actually, because it was impressive. I think that's the right word.
Thank you.
She's 5'2". Keep that in mind.
Oh, wow.
Kind of busy.
See, the thing
she
is,
can't sit straight.
Becky wanted hot chocolate, and I personally, last time I got hot chocolate from Starbucks, it was burnt. It tasted burnt. So I'm like scarred for life. So I'm literally getting a cold drink even though I'm freezing.
Which was really weird because, you know, I had hot chocolate too, and mine wasn't burnt, but yours was because I tasted it.
Well, that doesn't mean
Yeah,
it's
it
always gonna be
tasted
burnt. What the hell?
I'll get that in a second.
Really gross. So that person's light is making
she had a dinosaur Christmas sweater too. She is hipster dad. You guys are like twins.
Yeah.
Really? Yeah, it looked like a big cherry.
Big?
What the Oh boy.
Are you calling me big?
No, I'll talk about me. Everybody's like, oh, Becky the thumb.
Well, I'll be pinky in the brain.
But yeah, she can't even sit right in the car.
Wow. Oh boy.
People were like joking about it and saying rude things, you know. There were a lot of jokes. A lot. And then there were some people who were just like, wow, AMBERLYNN, you're so big. I think it's, you know, time for you to get a new car and to get help. You can't even fit, like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. And no seatbelt, by the way. She can't wear.
I feel bad being mean to her, but God, please get help, girl.
She can't wear a seatbelt anymore. They don't fit around her.
Well, I'm sure they haven't fit around her for years, I imagine.
It triggered me so bad. And I binged afterwards because it's like seeing things like that.
It's the audience's fault again.
Don't look.
The audience's fault
You know you're going to
again.
get triggered by opening the comments. Quit saying reading the comments is my job as a YouTuber. It's not. It's not.
No, it's not. I never read the comments on
Right.
the main channel. I mean, I do sometimes, but
You do sometimes, but not really.
I go through and I heart them.
Yeah.
That doesn't help
But
me.
you don't
It
get
didn't help.
triggered by people telling you you're stupid.
No, I do what I like to call the pin of shame.
Yeah.
If somebody has a dumbass, ass-blasted opinion, I heart it and I pin it so it's the first thing everybody sees.
At all. It just made me feel worse about myself, and I wanted to numb it. And I've talked about this before where I'm like, I want to feel good about myself and love myself because that's the only way that I will change. And I know it seems so like that doesn't make sense because if you hated yourself, then you would want to lose weight. And if you loved yourself how you are, then you wouldn't.
No, you're a narcissist. That's what it is.
I get that. But I see it so differently.
She turns haters into pounds.
Yeah, basically.
No, she doesn't. If you're saying I can't do X, I can't be Y, no shit, diets don't work. The only one stopping ALR is her. If she refuses to have a shred of self-worth, then she's never going to get anywhere. Very true, Limited Guy. Thank you. Blondie said try meth.
True.
I see it as like
Facts right there.
if I love myself, then I would want to lose weight. If I feel positive and within myself and all this. But then if I am self-loathing and reading comments like that, it makes me want to numb it, which then in fact makes me emotional eat and binge. And it's just like...
Then turn off the
binge
comments.
on crack instead.
Turn off the comments. stop uploading to YouTube. There are a million things.
That was so hard to see, you know? Like, seeing people make fun of my size is so...
I love how she's acting like she doesn't know she's 500 pounds.
So sad, and it is fat phobic, and I talk about this all the time, and people don't want to accept that you are fat phobic. Whether it be subconsciously or not.
No, nobody's
Nobody
afraid.
has an irrational fear of fat people.
They might have an irrational fear of getting eaten by them, but...
Yeah, no.
We have to
It's also a fetish, so...
Your kitchen. Do we have to reposition where you sit at the table? Screen time, bowls, portioning.
Triggers can literally be anything.
Then don't look at the fucking comments, you stupid... Ugh.
Mindfulness to the surface, as well as tons of journaling. So that helps.
I love a journal.
I'm not going to say anything.
Journal?
I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to sit back and smoke my cigarette.
That's my cigarette. Give it back.
Well, I'm going to smoke it for a little bit. Shiloh for 10. The comments make me want to binge eat and want to end it all. So let me look at every single comment and watch all the reaction channels. SMH. Money. Thank you, Shiloh, for the money.
At the beginning, I'll have clients write a ton of notes around their meal times. I'm less concerned with their logging of the food and more about the context around it.
Maybe be her
that's
client.
The mindfulness piece.
She has clients. Contact her and be a client.
And so it's very important.
That's a good idea.
Amazing.
I
Okay,
like
and
that.
finally, what are some strategies to help reduce that emotional eating component that may contribute to binge eating, of course, in addition to therapy?
So like I mentioned, journaling is very, very helpful. But again, it's this idea of just tuning into your body's cues. So I like to use introspective awareness a lot with my clients and asking them, can you listen to your heartbeat, your pulse? How do you know you have to go to the bathroom, your bladder being full? Do you ever question that? And they're like, no. And I'm like, okay, well, that's where I want you to get with food. Or you don't question it. Your body gives you a message and you just do it. So that's where
Al friggin' lives in Super Weenie Hut Jr.
working towards.
Hey,
There's little
that's
strategies that
I
work
like it.
on to work towards that. Things like hunger scales to figure out
Trigger,
where am
drink.
I in terms of hunger before a meal, middle of the meal, after a meal. Just to
That really... If I was to do that, like, now, how I've been now, it's like before I eat, my normal, like, body, like, physical hunger scale is, like, 1, but my emotional, let's binge, let's do this, let's get like high off of food, out of 10, it's like 15.
Holy shit.
That's just, it's all so unhealthy and hard to wrap my head around, and the things that I go through behind the camera, it's a lot.
prepare over time. And also things like grounding techniques I find very, very effective. So similar to the mindfulness
They're not getting off the ground.
stream, I pull from DBT, dialectical behavior therapy modalities, where they talk about using
She definitely does, like, speed or something.
Well, you got it on fast, right? So she's
as
probably talking normal.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
means to ground and calm anxiety. In DBT, they use it for anxiety. So sometimes I use it when we have urges for binging. So we might kind of together figure out, okay, well, which of the 5 senses do you identify strongest? And if someone says, you know what, I just touch is really important to me, we might think of something that they can use as a touch mechanism to have with them when they are experiencing an urge or when they're coping.
How the fuck much is Becky microwaving? Holy shit.
Something like fuzzy blankets or
Maybe it's not the
like a squishy
microwave.
ball or a fidget
I love a
spinner, things
blanket.
like that.
know.
Any of the senses
And a
have
pillow.
These very
Yeah, you have Couch Everest there. We know. That's where she sleeps, by the way, because she can't sleep in a bed.
I'm not surprised.
powerful tactile grounding techniques and strategies. So we create kind of like an urge toolkit using these strategies, so that when people go into situations that are very stressful around food, or even when they're at home dealing with a mealtime, you can go towards this to curb the emotion. Because whenever we got emotion, we just got to ground and get present.
That is the first useful piece of advice I've heard this whole time.
And so what about those clients who say, I know I'm hungry, I know I'm full, but what do I do about the times where I'm hungry for the wrong foods?
Which is me all the
Great
time.
question. So my answer to that would
See that eye roll? Holy shit, it almost knocked the earth off the fucking
For
axis.
the wrong foods.
Which is me all the
Great
time.
question. So my answer to that would
Jesus.
be, let's figure out why you think they're wrong foods, right? Because that goes back to the mental restriction then. So even though you might say like, okay, I want the bad foods, the reason you want them is because you think that they're bad. There's a lot of emotional.
See, it's like, I disagree with that.
Wait, what did she say?
She is a professional.
You might say like, okay, I want the bad foods. The reason you want them is because you think that they're bad. There's a lot of emotional.
See, it's like, I disagree with that.
Why am I not surprised that the 600-pound girl who hasn't gotten off her couch in a month is disagreeing with actual solid dietitian advice?
In the sense of like, okay, say right now, I'm craving a McDonald's cheeseburger with just onion because I'm not really into the sauce. I'm craving their 20-piece nugget where I just eat.
Cheeseburger. Are you thinking about a Big Mac? There's no sauce.
The outside of it because I'm not really into the innards. I want a large Sprite.
I do fucks with Sprite.
I want like 2 hot fudge sundaes and definitely a large fry. Those are bad foods. I do look at food as a very, okay, that's bad food, that's good food. And there's like a middle ground as well.
So what are you disagreeing with?
But I feel in my heart that it's okay to have a bad...
Look, if you're feeling
anything... It's okay to have some McDonald's, but do you need 2 cheeseburgers and 2 sundaes and 20-piece nuggets? Like, get a 4-piece nugget, get 1 cheeseburger and 1 sundae, and be done. Do you need the whole menu at once for a craving?
All I'm saying is if she feels something in her heart, she better call 911 quickly. We don't want anything bad happening over here.
Bad food, as long as you also have a good food with it.
No, those things plus a salad
just
does
more
not.
food.
All those things plus a Diet Coke does not.
Yeah, fuck. I want 2 cheeseburgers, a 20-piece nugget, 2 sundaes. Let me get a large fry. No
and
sauce.
A garden salad.
No sauce on the cheeseburger. It's like that fucking skit from Tenacious D. A 4-piece nugget and a half diet, half regular Coke. I'm trying to watch my figure. ALR is actually just a gamer. She seems to be trying to speedrun life. Holy shit. Wow. Wow. Wife and I love your content. Keep it up. Thank you. Wife and I love your money. I appreciate that. God damn, speedrun life. Wow.
That's accurate.
It's dark. We get 2 cheeseburgers, no sauce, extra onion, 20-piece nugget.
I do like
2
McDonald's onions.
2 sundaes, and a diet Sprite.
Right. That's how she fixes it.
David the Amazing, the humming in the background is probably a heater or an air conditioner.
That makes more sense.
Just let me in believe it's Becky. Thank you, David. I appreciate that.
The whole time.
She's just microwaving ALR's dinner.
Maybe.
But it's like, whenever I have bad food, I'm not thinking of good food at all.
Energy that gets charged when we have to think that something's bad.
And look,
she's making me want snacks.
McDonald's salad isn't great either, so let's just leave that behind.
Yeah.
So, I get this question all the time.
Gives me the fucking shits.
There are foods. Aren't there foods that people just shouldn't eat? Like, how can you be a dietitian and tell me that, like, there aren't foods, right? I'm sure you hear it too.
Oh, yeah, all the time.
Aren't there foods that we just shouldn't eat? And I say, like, of course there is gentle nutrition. Of course there's foods you should have more often, etc. But the energy that you spend trying to villainize those foods takes away from your decision in that moment to make another choice. So you don't have to choose that food, but you don't have to hate it. Let's just neutralize it. So if you know when you're hungry, know when you're full, but you just want the bad foods, it's because you're thinking about bad foods. It has too much power, and potentially you're not getting enough.
Books and Dogs might be right. It's not a cheeseburger. She's eating multiple Big Macs.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Food also during the day, right? Like if you're craving somewhere, usually the first thing we look at with cravings is you're not eating enough.
I'm not so sure about that either, because I binge. Like, yeah, it's it's a lot more likely and to happen if I am restricting hardcore throughout the day, whether it be calorie counting, Weight Watchers, Jenny Craig, like whatever it may be. Even after, I do have a big breakfast or I do have a big lunch. Like none of
my fattest was like, she's eating McDonald's big breakfast too.
That matters to me. Like when my body's ready for a binge, it's ready for a binge no matter what I ate the day prior. Or not the day prior, but in the day prior to the binge.
But when you are, and there's a physical component satisfied, then we look emotional. And we say, well, then you're probably thinking that it's bad and that's why you want it. So let's do some exposure therapy.
Right. It's kind of the difference between physical restriction and emotional scarcity. That's same kind of thing.
Sorry, when she mentioned exposure therapy, my mind went
Maybe
to like a few of
take some classes from her and understand what it actually is.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
my biggest fears ever, but I don't want to get into it. I've been thinking a lot about exposure therapy recently regarding certain things, and I don't want to think about that anymore because it's traumatizing and it's scary.
Yes. It's a fine line between a restriction and a boundary.
Yeah.
And that's ultimately what recovery is about, is learning what is a boundary and what is a restriction, and knowing that one is flexible and one is inflexible. And that's the difference.
Love that. Flexible and inflexible. That's so helpful. Thank you again so much, Alessandra, for providing so much helpful insight.
I like that. I like her too.
Once again, everyone, I'm going to be leaving all of our contact information in the description below.
Well, the contact information is in the description below.
So thank you again.
My pleasure. Thank you so
Amber
much.
didn't do it.
Bye.
No, she
Bye.
didn't.
Thank you again to Alessandra for
I
providing
wish
her
she was
helpful
my
insight. So once
dietitian.
again, I'm
She
gonna
can be.
Her. She has clients. You can be one.
I wish she was my dietitian. Not enough to actually get her to be my dietitian, but if she just is, that'd be great.
She lets me tell her no, and she's wrong the whole time. Oh, God. It's exhausting.
I'm actually physically tired now.
leaving all of our contact information below.
I would, okay, I can't say I would thrive because, but I feel like if I had both of them in my life and like they were there,
you can. They're for hire. That's why they're on YouTube. They're selling their services. Jesus.
Oh, fuck. Come on. Come on.
Like, help me. I don't know. They give off really, really good energy, and it's like their knowledge is so strong, and they're not there to judge. Like, they're being like 1,000% like just knowledgeable and caring and kind and compassionate. And I mean, I guess that's what you expect from people who truly are dietitians, because it's like I'm so used to my comments, and I'm not trying to be victim.
Comments are dietitians. Why are you taking life advice from dipshits on the internet? Stop.
Oh, fuck.
I'm just so...
Because they're saying what she wants to hear, that's why.
Used to, like, the hate and the backlash I get from, you know, this whole weight topic, you know? And even from reaction channels, like, they're literally profiting off of my eating disorder while being mad that I'm profiting off of it. It's really weird. And...
I think she's talking about me.
Like,
she is talking about
I'm just so used to...
Guys, don't donate anymore. Amber said we're not allowed to profit off of her.
Being talked down to because of this, that it's nice that like there are
try to be
two
mean to
women
Amber. I
who
try
are
to be nice to
openly
Amber.
just like
feel
AMBERLYNN
bad
Reid
for
has a
her.
problem, and this is the problem, and these are the facts. I know they're not like diagnosing me, but let's be real, like everything they're saying is literally about me. So it's just like a breath of fresh air, but it's also like very hard to listen to.
Reach out for some one-on-one support. Okay, so again, the intention of this review is not to diagnose or pathologize AMBERLYNN, but to use her content for educational purposes, to provide you with helpful insights and knowledge on emotional eating and the complicated world of obesity, weight stigma, and binge eating disorder. I also want to strongly remind you to please be kind in the comments, both here and on AMBERLYNN's channel. Your words are so powerful, so please.
Look, guys, I love you out there. But if one of you guys were like, fuck you, Matt, you're a piece of shit, I hate you, I'd go, oh. Okay.
Yeah.
You know what? I have to go eat an entire... Do I have any snack food in here?
Oh, I was just thinking about
I have to eat... I have gummy bears. I have to eat an entire bag of gummy bears because he had a mean comment.
Use them wisely. We ultimately cannot know what somebody is going through off camera. So I really do ask you guys to consider if your comments are helpful or supportive, or if they contribute to the weight stigma and discrimination.
Here I go again, crying again. I am...
Sister Grim said, you cannot stop us. In all caps. It seems sinister, thank you.
Going through a lot off camera. Some things are happening, like...
Stop it. See, look, I did it.
You did it.
Just within my family and just within myself, and it's like... I used to be very open on YouTube. I'm sure you guys remember. Years and years ago, like, things that were just like... I would talk...
Oh, look. Fuck you, Matt. You are a piece of shit. Where's my gummy bears? I need to eat my feelings.
You really getting the gummy bears?
I'm not gonna eat them, but I got them out.
About all parts of my family and what they're going through, and it's like that's not like my job to do is share their story for all these strangers. And also like within myself, a lot of the things that I'm going through is just like I have learned to keep certain
Try sugar-free gummy bears. No.
Ew.
I know that one.
aspects of my life private, and I get a lot of, why do you have anxiety? Why are you sad? You do nothing all day.
That's a good question. You don't leave your house. You don't take the dog out.
That would be depressing.
Yeah, that's why you're so depressed.
That's what I show you guys. I show you guys as much humor as I can, you know, as much of the good side of my life as I can. And even then, it's not that great because I am choosing not to talk about the true life that I
That's funny. I used to know a Dr. Matt Weiner. I am a doctor, actually.
Uh-huh.
have.
It says so on
I'm
your
just not
sweater.
comfortable with
Yeah.
it. And
Just like
so I
Joe
choose
Biden.
to show you the...
Hey, don't eat all my gummy bears, all right?
I'm just getting the white ones.
But yet you still do it. Exactly,
some pink
Wolfhorn.
ones. Red ones.
You know, oh, me and Becky are opening gifts, or watch me clean my vanity. What shampoo and conditioner do I use? You know,
None. Because you don't wash your fucking hair.
I just
Okay,
no longer feel comfortable
Just eat the
Stop.
ones I can't get in.
sharing such personal and deep aspects of my life is what I'm trying to say.
You're crinkling a bag in the mic to try to get the rejects back in the bag, you ass. Mr. Sin made me laugh so hard I spit out eggnog. Thank you, Josie. Jeb for $1, thank you.
And you really never know what someone's going through. You know, everyone has a story and everyone has their demons and secrets and things that they don't talk about or share.
That people in larger bodies are so often subjected to. And on that note,
I didn't hear what she said.
Or supportive, or if they contribute to the weight stigma and discrimination that people in larger bodies are so often subjected to.
What conditioner does she use on her face?
Yep. Yep. I'm not going to get
And
into
on that note, that is all for today's video. If you liked it, be sure to give it the thumbs up. Leave me a comment below with who you'd like to see me review next. Subscribe to the channel,
Becky.
and I will see you next time on Abby's Kitchen.
Okay, so I loved this.
All right, we get a whole minute of wrapping up thoughts.
I thoroughly loved this. I'm definitely going to be subscribing to
We're going to watch something a little funny last video after this.
her based on the fact that she has
You
so
said
much
you wanted to see
knowledge.
the Horde.
Even in this video, I've learned some things, and my eyes are wider and open more than ever.
Look at Twinkie back there climbing
That is
Mount.
such an ugly dog.
You take that back.
I hate little dogs.
But look at Twinkie climbing Mount Couch Everest. Look at that.
And I really appreciate her taking this video and making it into something more educational than judgy.
Taco Bell
I don't know.
dog.
I feel like a lot is like going on up here now, and I highly doubt anyone watched this far. And if you did,
Oh, we did.
I am just
Us and about how many people fucking got still here? 1,050 people watched it all the way through. I have long hair, and seeing her hair bothers me a lot. Keeping my hair in good condition, wash it regularly. Took a long time to get it to this point. Same.
Yes.
I have pretty long hair too, and I wash it every other day usually. And she washes hers every
month.
Yeah, month.
really curious if you did. So let's say a random word in
Miss Sin called Twinkie ugly. Canceled. You're out, babe.
I don't like those kind of dogs.
I have to hire
I like
Emily
big
St.
dogs.
Crower.
I like big
the
dogs.
comments if you watched this whole thing, because I have never uploaded a video this long on YouTube. I hope that it even uploads. The random word I want you guys to say below, since it's Christmas time.
I love Shelly, but respect Twinkie. She's trying her best, and we stand.
Okay, all right.
But look at her.
The poor
And,
thing.
you know,
Look at it.
let's say candy cane. So yeah, if you've watched this far, I'm really
All right.
curious.
I feel bad.
Say
for
the word
dog
candy cane.
now.
Yeah.
I take it
Let's-
back, Twinkie.
Let's see if you guys enjoy me
You're
uploading
ugly,
videos
but I
this
feel
long.
sorry for
But yeah,
you.
it was
so I'll
fun
give you
reacting
a
to her,
pity
and
pet.
You're ugly, but I feel sorry for her.
You guys did enjoy, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.
Oh, look at that. I'm half of the fucking shits. And there's
yeah,
cog.
because you're. I don't know. why that is. Why is that? Because you subscribe to your own channel?
What?
Because you subscribe to your own channel?
I'm on my channel.
Right, so why are you getting
I'll donate to whoever I want. Big girl can
I
have
love that
eat a
movie.
bag of D's moment. Word.
You ever see that? I love that movie.
I have not seen that one.
That's so cute.
What's it about?
It's an 80s movie.
I like 80s movies.
It's cute.
All right, we're gonna do one more video here, guys. Smash that like button if you're gonna head out. If not, hang out and smash the like button anyway. You ready to see the
These
horde?
are how all my stud earrings are
Oh, the ugly earrings. Here we go.
now. And it's just, it's hard to find matches
I've had
to
different
anything.
earrings for
I have
like
a bunch
a
of jewelry
decade.
that's like,
I've had the same earrings in my ears for a decade.
Well, you take them out and clean them, but yeah.
Randomly, but not often. I just leave them in.
mixed together. I don't know how that happened. It's hard to choose anything.
Wait a minute.
So took off everything that wasn't jewelry, and I did
that beat.
That's your song.
That is.
That's your freaking theme song.
That's the AAA intro.
Jewelry that's like mixed together. I don't know how that happened. It's hard to choose anything, so took off
Hey, dude,
everything
you
that
got
wasn't
some
jewelry.
news.
And I did a garbage pile, and I did just
So
like
he
a
stole
keep
that from
pile.
somewhere.
Oh yeah, T-Tac just made it up. Then
He didn't make it up. He got the melody from somewhere.
Yeah, T-Tac just did the words and then to a melody.
Okay.
But still, that's our
That's
song.
your song.
Now I'm gonna go through all of my earrings, and I'm going to pair them together, and I'm gonna do a keep pile and a get rid of pile. Like what is this random stuff? Some of my stuff is broken. It's just disgusting. So here's another update. I've been doing this for hours.
Fuck,
They're
ugly.
all so they look like shit you see at an old lady's garage sale. That's like 5 pairs for a quarter because nobody freaking wants them.
Wade Waleson said, I thought Sanute was playing that. I literally looked over at my sound pad to make sure I wasn't.
Hours. I do feel like I want to get rid of a few more of these though.
Look at that.
They're so ugly. Oh my god. Where does she get
Look at
them?
these ones.
Where,
Those are standing out to me.
Where does she get
You know what
these?
half of these look like?
Where do they come from?
Claire's Walmart.
I can't imagine that anywhere would sell these. Like, these look like they're 20 years old.
These
are so ugly.
These, they look like cufflinks. Could she be buying cufflinks on accident and thinking they're earrings?
I don't know.
Oh, like my
This is
stud
the only pair
earrings.
that are kind of interesting, but I still would never wear them.
There's just so many. The stud container that I actually got today only holds 40 pairs of earrings. So I actually ordered
Don't put the rest in the
another.
trash.
Oh, so instead of just cutting back on your earrings, you bought another container.
That should be here in a few days. This
They
is
look like ugly ass
the
tree
earrings I'm
ornaments.
getting rid of. Quite a few, if you ask me. Becky's gonna ask her family if they want to go through that, but
Nobody's gonna want them.
like have
They're
so
gonna
many
take a
earrings I
couple
can't
to
get
not
over
offend
it. And I used to have even more than this. I stopped getting dangly earrings for a while now, but I'm starting to like them again. Oh my gosh, I am in love with this. This is gonna make it so much easier to find the earrings I'm gonna wear. This is why I don't wear jewelry often, because I always got super overwhelmed.
Ugly.
Fuck ugly.
Ugly. I like owls, but those are ugly. Those are for a 12-year-old. What the fuck is that even?
Food.
So some of you might call this clever, some of you might not, but I put about
Those food containers.
Look at
She
those
found a use for
paws.
food containers.
clever, some of you might not, but I put
Why her fingers look like that?
What do you expect them to look like, honey? Why does her hand look like that? It looks like when you blow up a doctor glove.
What is? I want to know what's going on right.
Ah, boy.
This would be great for Name That Crease.
Oh, it would be. Do you guys play that stuff?
Ah, what is this?
It's a-
What's
it's
this?
a
Where's the
hand.
nail?
It's in a blur.
About 3 to 6 pairs of earrings in each one of these Jello shot containers that I've had for a very long time. This is for my dangly earrings.
It's a Jello shot container.
It does turn. All right, you guys, look. Oh my gosh.
That's nice organization.
I still have stragglers just around the house or my bedroom that I still have to put on here.
Look at those big
And I
ugly
noticed
pajamas.
something
I bet Becky made
Those
them.
are so gaudy.
towards the ending. If I ever needed to make more room on this thing, I can actually put 2 earrings in one hole. I think I did that with maybe
Of course you're
be like 3 earrings. Example, this one. But for all the other ones, I just use 2 holes per set of earrings. Oh my gosh, I love this so much. I feel like eventually I'm gonna need a second one. Have all of these filled with pairs of earrings. Every single container. I thought 4 was gonna be pretty much enough, but I still have all.
And those have like 5 pairs of each.
Get rid of some. Just get rid of some. If you haven't worn them in 10 years, let them go.
Throw them right out the window.
Right.
Just throw them.
Open that window and throw them out. It'll be like a security system. Nobody will break in.
Of these earrings that there is no home for. So this is how it looks. I wish it was better lighting, but I was able to fit all my earrings in these 4 thingies. Some of them I just cause like I had more than one of these kinds, but
holy shit,
just different colors. And then so I just put them in the same thing.
Why?
So
you have these. I could see, like, if they were all pretty and you went to the store like, wow, these are really pretty. But you, like, went to the store like, well, this is ugly as shit. I guess I'll buy it. I don't understand.
Mm-hmm. You know she doesn't sanitize any of them. You're right, Emily. Am I saying that? Yeah, Emily.
Yeah.
Oh, it's kitties. Those are cute. Okay, you can keep those ones. That's it. No.
Was this when she was in her... I forgot, but she said that she got diagnosed with ASMR.
She did not say that.
She said it. Chat, find the clip.
Jesus Christ. So
But
just
this-
anything that she hears, she's going to say it's a diagnosis.
She, this was, I think, in her ASMR phase where she tried to do ASMR content.
Oh, that's why she's digging through them so slowly? Yeah, don't show us that. Throw it away.
Over here is for earrings, bracelets, and
What? That's not for earrings at all.
It is, because you can put them in there.
put some stickers
Put them in the
to
holes.
make it look.
What?
You can put the earrings in these holes, and then you hook your bracelets on the hooks. It's ugly, but
That's
it's a thing.
dumb.
It is dumb.
Cuter.
Better than those
These are
things I got
all
for
my
the kid to
necklaces.
stick on the wall that always fall
I'm
down.
in love with jewelry.
They're always
I'm
on
wearing
the floor.
jewelry every single time I go out. You can't tell in my videos because I'm always home. Here,
Dustin for 5,
bracelets.
thank you. I don't remember if I said it or not, but
Love
thank you.
bracelets. I don't wear them as much as other jewelry, but I do have a lot. This is actually a paper towel holder. Okay, not a holder. It's from a paper towel.
Hey friends,
it's
it's time to
I've got a
begin.
paper
The
towel.
best in meeting online. With the ghastly drunk and
Put that up there.
to
and
miss
figured it'd
this
good
would be a
for
crime.
bracelets.
Hey
This is
dude, shall we have
all
some
of
news?
my
Papa Squad by
dangly
Jacqueline.
earrings. I
Come
used to have
join
so
the
much more, but I
ghostly
got rid of them.
overlord and watch
Here's some
the
cool earrings on a
AAA.
gold pineapple. These
I like
are
the pineapple.
rings. I have a lot of rings. I'm always wearing rings.
Fucking zebra.
These are my stud earrings, which I am.
Wait, were those rings?
Those are ugly.
She has a zebra ring?
I'm always
Taste in
wearing
jewelry
rings.
is so bizarre to me.
Dude,
She's
I'm
a
just-
young woman. She's a young woman. She has the jewelry of a 70-year-old.
I'm just thinking how much fucking money all this cost.
They all look very cheap.
Yeah, but,
But
she
it's
gets
a
them.
lot of very cheap
She
jewelry.
gets them from like Claire's, and Claire's isn't very cheap.
These are my stud earrings, which I am overly obsessed with. I love stud earrings.
First time viewer, new to using Super Chat, so here's another 5. Love your works. And Thank you, Dustin. I appreciate that, man. Very, very kind of you.
That is my favorite jewelry besides necklaces.
Michael Weiner's out there calling for a horse cock, but I hate to tell you, buddy, the only way to get it here is to hit the donation.
And here are my bows. I love bows. I'm always wearing a bow.
Are you Bill Nye? That's
hideous.
Terrifying. What is?
Maybe it's because I hate gold. I just don't like any of these.
What is that blue style?
It's supposed to be turquoise, but it's
Is
not.
that what that's called? Turquoise?
Yeah.
I fucking hate that.
Right, it's like was popular in the 70s. So why is she buying it? That too. Why? It's that. Why?
I have two.
Holy shit!
This is bad. Starting little dresser things filled
Drawers?
with necklaces.
Oh my god.
And the reason why I keep them in bags is because literally I have nowhere else to put them. Promise you.
Just like if this were quality jewelry, she could be like, "Oh, I could sell these all someday and make some money," but they're not. She could not sell them for a quarter at a garage sale.
No.
Being random, and then I will open the bag, show you. This is what this one looks like.
Oh my
And I got
god!
this one from
Why?
Walmart. You will probably be
It's all
hearing that a
Walmart
lot
jewelry.
because Walmart is stepping up their jewelry.
It's all fucking Walmart jewelry.
Listen to how she says Walmart. Listen to this.
From Walmart, you'll
Walmart.
WOMMART.
This is what this one looks like, and I got this one from Walmart.
Walmart.
You'll probably be hearing that a lot because Walmart is stepping up their jewelry game completely.
Are
Walmart
they?
knows what.
Is Walmart stepping up their
No,
jewelry?
they're
Are
not.
they the next?
They're not.
What's it? K.
They're not.
That's the only jewelry
It's
store
a
I know.
lie. That's a
Yes.
lie.
A lie.
These gets on my neck. I have quite a few of these. in
Oh
different
my
colors.
god, why?
Oh, that's breathtakingly gross.
This is perfect for
Nothing.
taste is
And
so
that is
bizarre.
perfect for nothing. That is perfect for the bottom of the trash can.
4th of July or like a day on the beach, I feel like. Super cute. I'm sure you guys have seen
That's not terrible.
Does she
with
wear
a good
any of
outfit.
these?
No.
me
don't
wear
think
this
so.
before. It is a
She just wears those cheap chokers.
Yeah, but she
dream
wears the
catcher, like
freaking
what?
stretchy chokers
How
like
are
the
you
kid
so
wears.
cute? You just are. I got this one from.
Oh my god, no. Put that away. Why are you why? Why did you even spend your money on that?
Someone in the chat said Housewives of Walmart.
Right.
Walmart.
That's it too.
Super
Walmart.
cute. I wore this with a
That looks like something you could beat somebody with.
Yeah.
floral. It was like white and it had like pink florals on it. I got a lot of compliments that day, and I was
Yeah,
just like,
everybody's being super
"Thank
nice.
you."
Like all this mentally challenged woman dressed
They're
up.
like, did you guys see that necklace she had on?
Oh,
honey,
color
that's
with
so
diamonds in the
cute.
middle.
It's like the shit I do.
Girl, that's like my middle name.
honest, I'll
eat your ass.
Mint color with diamonds in the middle. When I wear this, I wear it with blue. For some reason, when I see this necklace, I can just think of blue. This is when owls were a freaking thing. People
Owls are still a thing. They still exist.
were all about that life.
I feel nauseated from Catherine.
These are my favorite type of necklaces. The ones that are just like bam, pow, in your face. Like, how are you doing?
That would make my neck tired.
I'm terrible.
Like my neck gets tired just from a little chain necklace.
I love necklaces like that. Like, and this just made
Okay, that I worked at a nursing home for a couple of years.
I'm telling you, this
that
is
is
old lady
the
jewelry.
shit that they wore.
it like
But their shit was real. It had like gems and whatnot in it.
Right.
And the night nurses would steal it.
Oh, well, I'm not
like
surprised.
I really love wearing kind of like a simple outfit.
Please play the real AAA, then this off-brand shit is ass.
I don't know if I have the T-Tac version. I just have the one my buddy did. Yeah, I don't have the T-Tac one. I'll play it out at the end though.
outfit and then throwing the jewelry on. It's just like, it's kind of like an artist painting a picture and then putting that final little detail.
Okay.
Super cute. When I wear this necklace, you know I have my winged eyeliner.
That looks like the Black Panther necklace, actually.
Wakanda forever.
That is impressively ugly. Like, I would almost buy that and hang it around the house. Be like, do you see that fucking
monstrosity?
Terrible thing hanging on the wall.
Eyeliner on fleek. Because I feel like this is a winged eyeliner type of get up. This is the one I got so many
She did.
compliments on. I can see why.
Where are you hanging out at that people are complimenting this?
Nursing homes?
Right.
Chunky, cute, colorful, amazing. Again,
No.
perfect for a maxi dress.
No.
In my opinion.
Looks like it was made by some slave children in Africa.
Why?
Like, why? Why any of these? Why? They're so trashy looking.
That is just a fortune I like. This says a fair face may fade, but a beautiful soul lasts forever. I liked it a lot.
Okay. Wow. So we know Amber's got bad taste.
Okay. We're 2 hours and 45 minutes. You ready to wrap this up?
Yes.
All right, guys. Thank you for coming and hanging out. Thank you for the incredible donations tonight. You guys are amazing as always. We'll be here next week, same time, same place.
Yeah.
7:30 Eastern Sunday. Kyle for 5. She has giant necklaces because normal sized ones are chokers. Uncalled
They get
for.
lost otherwise.
All right, guys. Thank you. Thank you very much. I don't think I have anybody to send you out to, so just watch whatever. Oh yeah, I will. Relax. Watch whatever pops up next in autoplay, and come out for the AAA meeting tomorrow on Drunken Uncle's channel, 5:30 Eastern. I don't care about the rest of the time zones. Have a lovely night, everybody. See ya.
Bye.
Hey friends, it's time to begin. The best
We're ending.
around.